tonight. Annual pass holders had problems signing up for a preview of Pandora on the Walt Disney World website. How long until Congress tries to repeal the preview? Disney is testing return times at water parks, and you thought the app works poorly when your phone is dry. The Guardians of the Galaxy are coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios and every Disney theme park on Earth. Anyway, you've read WDW News Today. Now you experience WDW News Tonight.
Live from Orlando, Florida, WDWNT.com, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, presents WDW News Tonight. Now, here are your hosts, Tom Corliss and Nick Cicero.
There's a terrible echo because someone in there didn't mute the mic on their computer or laptop.
No, it's muted.
Nick?
I don't know. He didn't put my camera on, so.
Anyway. Well, they muted you, so it must. Anyway. Hey, let's not look at the logo anymore. Fake applause, yay! Welcome to WDW News Tonight. I'm Tom Corliss. You're not. Thank you, Michelle, for that lovely introduction.
Welcome back, Michelle.
Thank you. Feeling better. I'm muted. I don't know why I'm muted.
No, I can hear you.
Well, no, she's supposed to be muted there.
Yeah.
You need to be muted if you're in the station.
Done.
The
Still on Tom, though.
Microphone thing. We do that.
Hi.
Anyway.
How's everybody doing?
What are we?
Where's Nick? What happened in Nick's video?
It's
You're not
just you.
We're just having a good time.
It is just me. That's right.
We got Duffy the Disney Bear
I have the top billing.
Right.
and Fozzie the
But when
Bear.
you address someone, one would assume.
Well, they're
one will
having
show up.
all sorts of technical problems in the booth. So that's
you get a magic band on.
that's what's happening. Who, me?
Yeah.
I do. I just came
Why?
from. I was at Epcot.
Like that.
Ah, I like
Which
your
one is
Woody. I like your Woody sticker.
Oh, that's still on. Yep, that's still there. Thanks, Andrea. The 45th Small World.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I've never seen that one.
It's cute. I went to Magic Kingdom last night, and it plays the Small World music when you're doing a fast pass. The lady at Peter Pan flight freaked out.
Oh,
She had
that's
not seen
exciting.
It's
I have
adorable.
passes for Sunday, but not for. Like I have fast passes.
What you going on?
Winnie the Pooh,
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan, and something else.
Oh, see, it
Wow.
switched to you.
That is up
There
close.
we go. Hey, should I?
Hi.
How you doing? Let's just back that up a little bit.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We got Jason's breaking things again. Jason's in the control booth doing something.
I'm putting it back.
We got
to you,
Easy
Tom. What
Josh of
am I doing?
EasyWDW.com. He's sticking around for March Madness. We're continuing our tournament of all these Walt Disney World table service restaurants. The tournament continues tonight. That's coming up a little later in the evening. We got so much to do. We can't even waste more time. Let's do the news. And now the news.
Yes.
Brought to you by T-Public. Much to the chagrin of sad people who have time for parody Twitter accounts, Disney announced that the new screening procedures that we first told you about at WDWNT.com will be going into effect at the Magic Kingdom on April 3rd. Guests taking buses and watercraft will be screened at new checkpoints in the front of the park. Guests of the Transportation and Ticket Center will be screened after departing from the parking tram, but before boarding the monorail or ferry boat to the park. Additional screening points are then being added before the monorail boarding, for the monorail stations at the Magic Kingdom Area Resort. And guests trying to walk to the park from the Grand Floridian will be screened before they swim over. That's the full breakdown. There you go. That's big news.
It is.
It's exciting.
I think that's good. I like that move. I like getting rid of that congestion around the turnstiles.
So annoying.
Yeah, I think it's a really good move. I mean,
Well, some mornings it does back up almost to those.
It does. It
metal-
backs up past the
Yeah.
boat dock.
it is. It creates a bottleneck. I think this is going to be a better option overall. It'll be interesting to see. Does this mean so if you're in the Poly and you're going on the monorail, you have to go through a metal detector there in the lobby or right out there in the
It
deck?
should be somewhere before the platform.
Coming out
I'm
of your
kinda
hotel
guessing-
room,
I'm kind of
Oh.
guessing that for the Poly.
Wouldn't that be
right?
step out the door?
You can't.
The doors should just be metal detectors. I mean, that's really.
I mean, the Poly
There
has
you go,
that
that's all you
walkway
need.
from the lobby.
Yeah, no, I like it though. The problem is, I think the other parks. I think Studios is okay. I think the Studios has plenty of room to play around with over there. My biggest problem is still Epcot. I don't know if they're still juggling and trying to figure out exactly how to do there. I'm sometimes confused about which entrance I can go in sometimes.
It changes every day.
It does, doesn't it? Okay, so they still haven't really figured it out.
No, it's been
I
changed.
go to the left.
They're going to have to just put in some money and restructure that area eventually, aren't they?
It's not the area that's the problem. It's the way they've set it up that's the problem. I mean, there's plenty of space. Epcot has just miles of pavement. So
Right, but what I'm saying is they're going to have to set it up in a different area or like figure out a different configuration.
where someone with common sense can take a look at it and figure it out. I mean, one of those things.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can necessarily in the area that you currently have unless you're routing the traffic. I guess you could route the traffic in a certain direction.
They
but-
do already. If you're on one side of the parking lot, they send you one way. If you're on
Right.
the other side, they send you the other way, depending on the time of day, at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that. This seems to be the most difficult to maneuver. And so I'm happy for the Magic Kingdom one because that just got bottlenecked and that was a pain in the butt anyway. But
Yeah.
this will be cool. So you spread out where you're checking people.
Yeah.
It should do a good job of that.
There you go.
Yay.
Yeah.
Moving on, Animal Kingdom is going to be hosting extra magic hours every night from May 27th until July 4th, just in case you can't fit 4 rides into 15 hours. With Animal Kingdom park hours locked at 11 p.m. closing during these early summer months, the extra magic hours will take place nightly from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., or as Josh calls them, peak blogging hours. Right, Josh? Is that when you do most of your work, isn't it? You'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Walt Disney World pass holders signed up in record numbers for the Pandora, the World of Avatar previews.
Record
Signed
numbers?
up. Yeah,
Who's that
Tried
mean?
to.
they filled pretty quickly. We were told supposedly 30,000 people signed up by noon.
Oof.
It's a lot of people.
Whenever you messaged me, I went in and tried.
Yeah.
And my mom texted me like, "Hey, we're trying to get in. It's not working for us. Can you try?" So I could not.
Within a half an hour, I think it was
It
done.
was pretty crazy.
Luckily you were one of the people on my little list, so I was just able to be
'cause we
like
share
Yeah.
fast passes.
Michelle.
But that's
Yeah, but
random.
no,
That was the
it's
thing. If you
random.
have a bunch of pass holder friends,
Yeah,
it gave you this list on the side, but there was no rhyme or reason to the 8 people that were there.
I had
Oh.
Tom, I had you, and I had 4 other people that I barely know.
What?
Yeah, that I share
That
information.
just
with
happened to be
because
connected
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it was so weird. So I was just like, all right, I took off everybody and I left you on there and put you on mine. So there you go, you're in.
Yeah.
So Walt Disney World pass holders signed up in record numbers for the previews. Well, when the Walt Disney World website allowed them to, at least. Disney assured us they'll be fixing the site, though. They did. It should be done roughly in the time it took to build Pandora.
Is that, I don't know.
You know how many years that was, Nick? It took them to.
How many years was that?
It was 7.
7.
Yeah, 7.
That's hysterical.
D23 is offering you the chance to be among the first to explore Pandora, the world of Avatar, not only before it opens to the public, but with Imagineer Joe Rohde. In addition to a guided walk through the exotic new land and Animal Kingdom theme park with Joe, attendees will enjoy lunch at Tiffin's with Mr. Rohde and fellow members. The tour will last roughly 3 hours, and check-in will be made at the Tiffin's restaurant because no one else is checking in there anymore.
Hey, your food that you posted looked really good.
Oh, it was spectacular.
Really good.
It is. It's such a good place.
It was actually
just-
crowded, I might say. The room was one table short of full, so it's not as empty as it used to be.
Nomad, same thing. It's getting harder and harder already.
So on the tour, guests will learn how the thriving Pandoran landscape conveys intrinsic park messages of the value of nature, transformation through adventure, conservation, and stewardship, and how the fish is a metaphor for adventure.
Of course.
They'll learn all those things.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
And all attendees will receive a commemorative keepsake of this
Ooh.
special engagement, one of Joe's earrings.
As long as it's a dangly one.
Enjoy. Don't
For
worry,
free-
it's been decontaminated for your enjoyment.
Do we get free piercings as well?
Dude.
Tickets will be $250 per person plus a $5 person processing fee, or $121 more than a Disney after hours ticket. And tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
You going?
I'm going to try. I mean, these signups always are the last 2 seconds and they're gone. So.
250. That is steep.
Oh, was
for
that Josh? You turned Josh's mic on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's May 19th. May 19th is the date of the actual event. So it's after
We're not
a
paying
majority
$250
of the
for
previous, but it's a Tiffin's lunch and you get to a 3-hour guided tour with the lead project designer. It's pretty neat.
Joe Rohde will
255.
always have his back to you on that tour.
Oh, I know he will. I want to see if he'll take a picture with me. Let's see what happens. Anyway. A virtual queue system is being tested at Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon right now through April 7th. According to Disney, virtual queuing systems are designed to enable users to reserve a place in line for an attraction without physically waiting in the queue, providing an enhanced guest experience and more time for additional experiences. So wait, is this a queueless queue? I was told Universal was the only place that had queueless queues. How is this possible? Jimmy Fallon is the only ride on Earth without a queue.
Poor Jimmy.
My friend went to that recently. Said the queue was better than the ride.
Sounds about right.
It's what it looks
It
like.
doesn't have a queue. It's queueless.
It is
No,
queueless.
it definitely has a queue.
Like I am coreless. It is queueless. Anyway, the virtual queue test will include downhill double dipper, slush gusher, and summit plummet at Blizzard Beach
Those rides.
and Misadventure Falls at Typhoon Lagoon, but will not require a wristwatch Tamagotchi. Yes, no crapu.
Love it.
The full menu for the Satuli Canteen was revealed on the Walt Disney World website. We already told you a lot about the main menu, but this is the first time we got to see the drink menu, which includes
Josh.
This includes. I know we do jokes in this part, or relatively do jokes in this part of the show. These are actually from the menu.
Mm-hmm.
The Avatar Sangria, the Banshee Chardonnay, and the Pandora Amber Ale. Those are the drinks.
Okay.
I can't wait for Star Wars Land so we can have the Star Wars soda, the Mace Windu Merlot, and the Bothan beer.
No, you have lost.
Hey, Mace.
Banshee Chardonnay. Some new entertainment is coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios this summer in a limited time engagement. Limited time engagement is also what could best describe anything that exists at Hollywood Studios. But seriously, something new at Hollywood Studios, it's gotta be.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I feel fine.
The new event is called The Music of Pixar Live and will showcase some of the wonderful yet memorable music from a selection of Pixar films. There'll be a live orchestra as well as appearances from beloved Pixar characters such as Woody and Sully.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, the orchestra completely made of penguins. Starting May 20th. I'm sorry, did Josh chuckle? Was that the one that got Josh? I heard some noise over there. I wasn't sure.
Penguin noises.
Oh, okay.
That's just me going.
Starting May 26th, the Music of Pixar Live will be presented 3 times nightly at the Theater of the Stars, following the regular daily performances of Beauty and the Beast live on stage, which is still a thing. The show will also feature highlights from some of Pixar's greatest scores, from Toy Story to Cars 3.
Yes.
You know, I got to say, this beats their other new entertainment idea they were kicking around. Streetmosphere characters made up of just construction workers. Great. There's also a general contractor version of Jameters, but we won't get into it.
You think they're a show? You go talk to them. No, I'm really just
No, I'm just
working over there.
I'm just over the fence there.
Portobello at Disney Springs will be closing April 23rd, 2017 to undergo a lengthy refurbishment in collaboration with award-winning, apparently celebrity chef, according to the Orlando Sentinel, Tony Mantuano. They're looking to provide an authentic Italian dining experience, which will include a new family-style menu, craft Italian wines and beers, which would be better than what they offer now, which I believe the Italians would call, I'm going to try my best to pronounce this, garbage. I think that's the...
See.
Great restaurant.
Garbage.
I'll have the garbage parmesan.
Delicioso, sir.
Portobello is expected to open in the fall of 2017, unless the Edison construction team is working on this one too.
Oh, dang.
Burn.
Mission Space at Epcot will be closed for 2 months this summer for refurbishment. Portobello and Mission Space closed. This really is the summer to come to Walt Disney World. Anyway, I may even go. Anyway, Mission Space will be closed June 5th through July 31st, 2017. No exact reasoning was given for the closure or for the eventual reopening. Disney executives from a variety of fields held a panel at the 2017 South by Southwest conference in Austin, Texas, discussing how emerging technologies will help to innovate and break new ground in storytelling and at new dessert parties. Disney Imagineering R&D executive John Snoddy, that's his real name, Disney Consumer Products and Interactive Media Senior Vice President Mike White, and Disney Interactive Vice President of Engineering Kathy DiPaolo led the panel and talks about how both artificial intelligence and machine learning are changing the way future audio animatronics will be implemented at the parks. During the panel, attendees got to see audio animatronics such as Jake, a droid once featured at the Star Wars launch bay at Disneyland, a pocket-sized Pascal from Tangled, and Bob Chapek, the robotic android in charge of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. all were used to show how Disney is looking for new ways to bring characters to life.
I'm laughing at you laughing.
Tough room. Rumors indicate that both Groot and Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy are coming to Disney's Hollywood studios. We already knew Star-Lord was coming due to an auditions posting a few weeks ago, but it now appears Groot will be joining him in some capacity, probably as another tree to block views of Star Wars construction.
I am
I am Groot. Don't look over here. There's nothing here. You have to turn around and go back the other way to get the toy store. Just turn around.
Oh, God, that's amazing.
It's possible the pair will appear in an experience similar to the Doctor Strange show, where guests will watch them pick children out for 20 minutes.
That's all that happened in that show.
Man.
There was no payoff.
Anyway. Disney California Adventure guests will get to meet.
It took them 30 minutes to pick kids out.
It's like Nick in a water park. Anyway, at Disney California Adventure, a meet and greet experience and other activities featuring Star-Lord, Gamora, and Groot will take place over the summer to celebrate the opening of Mission Break. Autopia at Disneyland holds a special place in the heart of many park guests, many of whom got behind the wheel for the first time of a classic attraction before terrorizing the rest of LA. This week, Disney unveiled an all-new look and story for the attraction, featuring the humanoid robot Asimo, not Bob Chapek, and his new robotic friend Bird, the first character created especially for this attraction. The new scenes feature Asimo and Bird as they plan their trip, load up their Honda vehicle, and experience the adventures that take them from their campground to a sky beyond. And even though Bird doesn't speak, his performance is being called the best in an automotive-based attraction since Vin Diesel in Fast and the Furious Supercharged. Yes, and he doesn't even speak. The new look for Autopia first debuted in the spring of 2016 when the cars were repainted in Honda colors and received new fuel-efficient Honda engines, badges, and tires. Disneyland Park fans may remember Asimo from his starring role in the Asimo Theater in Tomorrowland, where it tumbled downstairs from 2005 to 2015. It fell downstairs a lot.
Did it really?
It did. There's great video online where it like lifts one leg and then just goes like this off the side of the stairs. It's amazing. You should go watch it. Recently, the Oriental Land Company let us meet one of Duffy's new friends, StellaLou. She's a fun-loving purple bunny with a passion for dancing and big dreams of performing on Broadway.
Who isn't, though?
She would practice her dancing every day on the American waterfront. And once Duffy met StellaLou, he decided that he wanted to support his friend to help make her dreams come true. And like any Broadway producer, Duffy is clearly exploiting StellaLou, and Shelley May is unhappy about this. Don't miss all this and more on the new ABC drama Cash Grab, Thursdays at 9. Anyway. The dumbest joke we've ever done.
I sincerely
I like the level that you took it to, though.
Yeah, most of her adorable merchandise will be available March 30th, 2017. Many fun StellaLou decorations will be going up soon, along with her photo opportunity, where you could pose your plush StellaLou. The photo spot will be located in the American waterfront with the Columbia Dock and the Guardians of the Galaxy-less Hightower Hotel standing in the back. She'll then start meeting guests at Disney Easter in Tokyo Disney Sea on April 4th, which is quite fitting since StellaLou herself is in fact a bunny. And this will all be happening for a limited time through August 31st, 2017.
Then she goes away?
The meet and greet goes away. But no, the Japanese will be infatuated with this plush for years to come. So now there's 4 of them. There's 4 of these.
Yeah.
It's insane. The newest restaurant at Tokyo Disneyland opened on March 25th in Tomorrowland. It's called Plasma Ray's Diner. It's a counter service restaurant that specializes in rice bowls and even offers sweet potato fries, which is uncommon in Japan. Plasma Ray's is affiliated with Cosmic Rays, but they have very different menus, like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. They're the Carl's Jr. and Hardee's of the galaxy. 2 people got that, and it's probably worth it. The restaurant is a simple retheme of the former... What? Come on. You see, they have the same ad, but then you go and they're different menus.
Yeah.
The restaurant is a simple retheme of the former Plaza restaurant, which closed in January. The restaurant added a cute mascot character in the process because Japanese people. Anyway, that's it. That's the news.
Those bear.
Oh, Michelle, who brought us the news?
Well, Tom, it would be TeePublic. Don't forget to shop apparel and accessories for Disney fans throughout WDWNT.com and TeePublic. Just go to WDWNT.com and click the TeePublic ad to shop from hundreds of designs for t-shirts, phone cases, prints, and more, including exclusive WDWNT and WDW News Tonight logo apparel, as well as original creations such as My Favorite Disney Princess is Your Mom. 7. Make the movie ride great again, and more. Make the most of tonight's commercial breaks and shop through our extensive collection. TeePublic, an official partner of WDW News Tonight.
I want to mention real quickly, we thanks to TeePublic, they offered to extend that limited release Pirates of the Caribbean 50th anniversary shirt we've got available. So you can still go get it at WDWNT.com/store. It's only available till Friday, and that's absolutely it. And we're putting in the order.
I'm doing it now.
So you have until Friday, WDWNT.com/store. Jason, I imagine we don't have the image up right now. All right. Well, you guys have probably seen it. WDWNT.com. Oh, Jason has it. Hold on. We're going to show you the shirt. And again, only till Friday. So you got 2 days, 11 hours, and some minutes and seconds left. To get a hold of that shirt. Artist Rob Yo did the work on that. It's a great design. And again, we're never going to sell this again. We got 2 days left to get it. So make sure WDWNT.com/store. Click the image. It'll take you there to buy the shirt. You got 2 days left. But Nick, we'll be right back. We got to get March Tragic and March Madness going. We got a busy show coming up. We'll be right back.
Nearly everyone loves Italian food. But those people who love true, authentic Italian go to Tony's Town Square Cafe. It's because owner and chef Tony Ragu offers home-cooked food from his hometown, Toledo, Ohio. He is 1/8 Italian. Locally sourced Cask Connection freezer items are combined with prepackaged ingredients imported only from the OBT Winn-Dixie, along with mangled recipes from nearly unreadable Buitoni labels. Whether it's quote-unquote pizza or that soup of the day which just hasn't changed in 14 years, taste for yourself at Tony's Town Square, just steps away from that hat store that sells pins. Come taste what the guide map is calling Italian food, only at Tony. And maybe at Portobello.
Hey guys, with your winter fat increasing, are you interested in staying trim through the season? Or want to feel less tired with the shorter days? If so, Progene is conducting a national study on the impact of testosterone and will pay you to participate. Go to Progene65.com to see if you qualify. Here, you can find out your testosterone levels for free while getting paid to do something about it. Progene, a doctor-recommended natural testosterone solution found nationwide at GNC and Rite Aid, is sponsoring this research and will pay you to be in the largest survey of men's levels in the country. It's an easy program you can do from home or on the go. The clinical-grade tests are painless and confidential, and everything is shipped to you for free. So if you want to make a difference in your life and would like to find out your levels for free, then go to Progene65.com now. That's the word pro, Gene, 65.com. Progene65.com. Enroll today before the study is closed at Progene65.com.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know. The credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people they're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're going to crank it up.
I don't want to talk over Sunny
Here we go
Eclipse.
now.
It's disrespectful.
When the big bang was done and the
Sunny Eclipse is the best. Welcome back to WDW News Today. Now, we do have March Madness coming up. I want to remind people, we actually kind of forgot about it last week, but we did deem a winner in the chat room for that first round of March Madness last week. Nick, I sent you that email. You got that, right?
Oh, yeah. I talked to him already. Brad.
We got a prize out to them. So, again, we'll give you the rules for that. But those of you, I see we got a big crowd in the chat tonight. Those rules are still going to apply. One of you each round will get picked. Even if you never signed up to play March Madness, you can play along in the chat and still win a fantastic prize. We'll pick someone in each of the rounds. We have still to come later tonight. But before we
also, I just want to mention real quick. So a lot of times we don't mention it enough. We talked a lot about the video tonight. Just want to make sure anybody that's just listening, like maybe on the radio, AM 660, 1520, 1055, go over to listen.wdwnt.com to kind of watch our video as well. Yes. You really want to watch tonight because we have the whole bracket with the tournament.
It'll be much easier to follow along. Yeah, not just this paper I'm holding. Jason will actually have the real thing up for all you guys.
So t-shirts, March Tragic. Yeah, I'm excited.
So we're gonna finish this thing off. So those of you that didn't join us last week, what we're doing is we started this last year when we got the deal with TeePublic. We decided to decide our first original WDWNT.com t-shirt. We were going to come up with 32 ridiculous shirts that Disney would never make, team shirts, if you will, and do a tournament to decide what our first shirt would be. It would be some sort of fake team shirt. Making fun of the March Magic shirts that DisneyStore.com will sell at this time of year. So last week we started the tournament, and what we do is we ask the chat to weigh in which of these amazing shirt ideas would they buy if it was created, and that's how we decide the winners in this matchup. But if it's hard to tell by the chat, then the people here, Jason, in the control booth, will decide which one is moving on. We're going to do this very quickly tonight. We got a packed show, so let's go ahead. Let's continue these. Again, these will be 2 ideas for possible T-shirts.
Where'd that come from?
Jason, that's okay.
We have two things, possible T-shirts. You in the chat can respond with which one you want. Oh, someone commented on the cup. Those of you watching the video, yes, it is a Sci-Fi Dine-In cup, the cup of the week.
With
my brown derby glow cube in there. And I also got a Mickey straw.
So jealous. I need to go
should write a review about that glow cube.
I should write a review that is only about the glow cube and not the beverage that it comes with.
Why would you do that?
It's a great question, Michelle. Great question.
All right, let's get started. Come on.
I was dramatically drinking. All right.
Dramatic.
First 2 we got up. We got the clickbait Corliss or the Pandora VR Banshees. The Pandora virtual reality Banshees. I'm going to grab a pen here.
So, Michelle, while he's reading, just imagine the T-shirt ideas with these.
Corliss. Which one's going to be a T-shirt?
It could be like somebody on a dock.
Can I vote?
They're like reeling something
in.
And it would be
you could sway our chat.
Like your mouth open.
I think the idea was me and like an anthropomorphic fish character, like Dreamfinder and Figment, but me and a fish.
I'm picturing just like a cartoonish Corliss sitting over a laptop with this like Grinch-like grin on him and these thought bubbles of like rumor breaking and like money bags all sitting around.
Letters, yeah.
Oh, totally, all caps.
I think clickbait has won. Yeah, it's not even.
It's clearly won.
It's not even close. All right, let's move on. Next up, we've got the STK Tumbleweeds versus my personal favorite, the Los Cicero Creepers.
Yes.
So what will it be? The Los Cicero Creepers or the STK Tumbleweeds?
We need a little.
Who is moving on?
We need a Creepers versus clickbait matchup. We have to have that. We have to see that. Come on, chat.
Creepers.
Put the creepers
through. We got the creepers. All right.
What's the imagery?
Yeah,
is
the
Nick,
creepers.
like being hunched
it's me
over?
versus Nick in the next round. All right.
Yes.
It's on.
definitely a trench coat involved.
Oh,
Do you have a fedora?
oh, yeah. You can wear my glow cube.
I just think it's me looking for my glasses in the wave pool at Typhoon. I think that's it. Just looking for my glasses.
We're moving on. The Muppet Courtyard. I can't speak after that. The Muppets Courtyard Balloon Busters or the DCA Paper Bags. DCA Paper Bags or the Muppets Courtyard Balloon Busters.
Balloon Busters.
So they took down the balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in
I'm
the chat yelled
picturing
family
like
show.
that, Like you could
Family
start
show,
with a
Nick.
balloon or like just exploding. Paper bags are
Looks
winning.
like paper bags is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be paper bags. All right, the paper bags are moving on. Next up, we got the WDWNT.com psychotic comments or the tangled toilet / punzel poopers. So the punzel poopers / tangled toilets or the WDWNT.com psychotic comments.
Oh, there are some late balloon Muppet votes coming in.
The Punzel poopers would just be the better graphic, I think.
Poopers.
Although we need a
But
good
comments,
logo for the
comments
comments.
is pulling ahead.
Yeah.
Well, in this show, it's not surprising. I mean, this show's all about the
Comments,
psychotic.
it's
Oh, it's
pretty
comments.
Uh-oh. Poopers comments. The poopers, I just
I love that we have a chat room full of people writing comments or
as
poopers.
comments.
This is the genius of
Wait,
this
I'm gonna
program.
snap that. Hang on, people.
This
keep
is.
keep posting.
Poopers seems to be pulling ahead.
Poopers
at the
win.
end.
All right. I'm sorry, psychotic comments. The poopers.
Yeah?
The poopers are moving
The poopers
on.
won.
Little late surge there, huh?
Oh, so it's Rapunzel poopers.
The Punzel poopers.
Punzel poopers.
All right, we're moving on. The Tomorrowland Cabanas versus the ABC Commissary Dysentery. ABC Commentary
Commissary.
Jeez. The ABC Commissary Dysentery or the Tomorrowland Cabanas. Vote now.
And people want to know where you got the sci-fi glass. I'm assuming sci-fi.
Sci-fi is
But I'm
currently
not sure.
available. It's not something you can't still get. Yeah, it's not old. You know.
Let your target audience weighing in there with the question.
Got it at the ABC commissary.
Looks like ABC is definitely pulling ahead.
All
in
right,
late
the commissary dysentery finally. That was the one carryover from last year. Run Disney Dash for Cash or the Universal Studios Screens with a Z. Universal Studios Screens or the Run Disney Dash for Cash.
Dash for cash for sure. I mean,
Right?
100% accurate. Bloody what? Oh,
You just have a runner with like
Screens.
money
Everyone wants
spewing out of their
Screens.
pockets.
All right, the
Screens by a
the
long
screens
shot.
are moving. It's one that's going to get us sued.
Wow.
Let's move. The screens moving on. All right, here we go. It's the I-4 volcanoes versus the River Country Zika. What's going to move on?
Come
The
on.
River Country Zika or the I-4 volcanoes?
Again,
Which
just
water park
imagine
shall it be?
Imagine a Zika
The
shirt.
one that's not open or the one that's not open?
Right.
That's
Zika,
you know,
Zika,
Jason, that's very
Zika,
valid.
Zika.
It's
Looks
close.
like Zika's
Yeah,
winning.
one I-4.
Oh, Zika's
one
beating
I-4.
volcano right
Huge,
now.
crazy mosquito, like a vicious looking
Wow.
mosquito.
I loved I-4 volcanoes. I'm really sad.
That
But
would be a
I
good
guess
team
Zika.
jersey. Like,
It's
I feel
going to
like,
be Zika.
like if you made it in a jersey design.
Yeah, Zika won.
The angry Zika.
That's another
All right, get
unfortunate
ready for this one, Michelle.
statement on tonight's show. Yeah, these are going to be offensive, folks.
It gets better.
All right,
Only
next
gets
up.
better.
Yeah, here we go. The International Gateway Gondolas or the Golden Churro Shower. The Golden Churro Shower, because there were golden churros at Disneyland and they were showered with the gold dust to make them golden. I'm clarifying why this is a
Yep.
thing. The Golden Churro
Sure you are.
Shower or the gondolas. Oh, it's close.
Close.
Let's let
Michelle's-
Michelle
A
vote.
lot
for
of
that.
gondolas.
Michelle's
Too much.
picture in the
That's
churro.
Michelle's thinking about.
How
putting
about
in
a churro
reservation
gondola?
again. It's really close.
You could put the golden churro shower on the side of the
All
gondola.
right, it's so close that we have to decide. Are we going with golden churro shower?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Golden churro shower is moving on. Nick, you know what I think would be a great idea, because you've got all these rounds of March Madness going on tonight. What if we continue this in between rounds so we give people some time to call in? Does that make sense?
That's a great idea.
Excellent idea.
Isn't that an excellent idea? So this is going to continue through the night. We got much more March Tragic.
Corliss versus Los Cicero.
That's next round. So what's going to happen is we're going to come back and we're going to begin March Madness, our tournament of Walt Disney World table service restaurants. We got our next round, which is, what's the next round even called? It's the second round. That's what the rest is.
Round
16. We could come up with Golden Churro Shower, but a name for the second round was difficult. So round 2 of March Madness, table service restaurants, more March Tragic, all this and more coming your way on WDW News Tonight. Stay tuned.
JP Morgan is now holding a record 55 million ounces of silver. Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these fat cat bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting another financial crisis, and over time, gold and silver win. Silver is trading below its production costs and is predicted to double by 2020. At Capital Gold Group, we offer gold and silver for direct delivery. Plus, our specialty is IRA rollovers for the ultimate in IRA security. Be one of the first 20 callers today to receive our free gold and silver buying guide. Capital Gold Group is A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau. So call now and see what investing in gold and silver can do for you. Call now, 800-430-7568, 800-430-7568, 800-430-7568. That's 800-430-7568.
Welcome back. Josh is yelling about how much he's sweating in the studio anyway.
Overheat.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We're live on FM radio. What is the 105.5?
105.5 FM,
I
AM
never could find
660, The Answer.
AM 1520, WBZW. We're live at listen.wdwnt.com on YouTube and as well in WDWNT, the app, which had a really awesome update. Jason, what was the update today that was put out?
So two major improvements. One is that the app now streams the WDW News Tonight live every Wednesday at
if you
9
want audio
PM.
only.
You don't even have to have the app open. It just starts streaming Tom's voice at 9 p.m. no matter what.
All your wildest dreams are about to come true, Lee.
Yeah.
No, it connects
As
to
long
the
as it
stream
includes golden
automatically.
churro showers.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's mute Michelle again.
Deal.
Let's do that.
It connects to the stream automatically at 9, so you just have to open the app and hit play, and you'll hear Tom's voice every Wednesday at 9 p.m., unless we're off that week. And then the images for the news articles were screwed up for a while because of some issues we were
Images
having.
are screwed up. We fixed it.
We
Enjoy the
fixed
app.
it.
Enjoy the app update. Another
So
exciting app update. Things were broken. We fixed them. Enjoy.
we fixed it.
All right, cool.
All right.
Good stuff.
So, Nick,
shout out
it's
to that.
time. Give me that music.
Oh, let's do it.
Is this the music? All right.
I think so.
Welcome back to the 2017 edition of WDWNT March Madness, our tournament of table service restaurants. Last week, we completed the first round. All 32 of those matchups. So we're moving on to round 2 tonight. Nick, can you tell everybody how this is going to work?
Yes, I can. So we're going into round 2 tonight. We started with 64 restaurants around Walt Disney World. We now have 32. We're going to play the rest of the rounds tonight. We're going to crown a champion by the end of the night. Now, you guys out there, record number of you signed up to register to be participants in this game. And those of you that are signed up and registered, of course, you know you can make a difference tonight. Now, we have 7 panelists.
7?
Yeah, 7. So for each one of these matchups between restaurants, we're each going to cast 1 vote. At the end of the voting, if you want to change one of the outcomes or affect one of the outcomes, change the vote totals, and you're a registered participant, and we'll check that out, you can call us tonight, 407-774-8255. Have that number handy, 407-774-8255. Now, remember, you can only call in and vote once. once. All right. And
once for the whole night.
Once for the whole night.
Okay.
And that's once for
Even-
tonight. Even if you
Yes.
called in last week, you get another shot.
Correct.
Tonight.
Exactly. Even if you called in last week. So you get 1 vote tonight. Your vote counts as 2 votes. So you can vote for the restaurant of your choice to either maybe make one of the other restaurants, get them knocked out, get your restaurant back in. So you could vote once tonight if it counts as 2. And you could try to move your teams along. Now, if you're not registered tonight, you could just sit back and listen, have some fun. You'll still have a great time listening to us. This thing gets wacky, results change, crazy things happen. But if you are in the chat at listen.wdwnt.com, you can also put in a vote as well. In all caps, just put in "I vote for" and the name of a restaurant. At the end of the rounds, we will pick one of those. Are we doing one per round? Did we decide that? Did we actually?
Yeah. I'm gonna at random in the middle of the round just write one down.
Excellent.
So that way it's before we
And it
even
gets
know
random.
what
Yeah.
everybody
Good,
has
good,
picked.
good.
It'll
So
be nice and fair.
You could vote for one, and it's all random there. It doesn't really matter what the outcome is. It's all random. If your comment in the chat is randomly chosen, you get a prize from Theme Park Connection. At the end of the night, we'll count up your totals. Second round counts as 1 point for your teams. The Sweet 16 and Elite 8 are 2 points each for your team's wins. And the Fantastic Four in the championship round count as 3 points for your team winning. So good luck, everybody. We have 5 people with 4 points going into tonight. That means all 4 of their teams won a matchup in round 1. But we have a ton with 3 points. It's anybody's game. At the end of the night, the top 8 point totals will get a prize from Theme Park Connection, with the top person getting the big prize pack from Theme Park Connection.
There you go. By the way, there's like a petition in the chat for a My Friend Gabe shirt
Yes.
for Josh.
I like that.
People are saying they'd buy it. Or a
that
shirt,
guy.
or a shirt where Josh is just screaming prices at Gabe. Anyway,
and so we know there's a delay. We're gonna have a little bit of a if you're listening online or whatever, we're gonna have a little bit of a pause at the end of each round to get in your photos. But once we decide to move on, we decide to move on.
yeah, we're gonna play through those
And
March
that's it.
Tragic rounds in between. So
there you go.
Keep that in mind. All right, let me introduce you to the illustrious panel of 7 that we have.
7?
Yeah, 7. There's me, of course. There's Nick. We got in the studio. Josh, you have a camera?
Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on. Anyway, Josh of ECWDW.com is joining us here in the studio. And then from around WDWNT.com, we've got Ashley Jasmer. Hello, Ashley. Maybe. Can't hear you.
Hey.
Hi.
There she is.
Yeah.
Hey. Sorry.
Hi. Yeah.
Jason's not working the camera. So anyway,
I'm
David,
not working the camera. No.
Sorry. I was trying to order my pirate shirt. I was distracted.
Oh, there you go.
You have 2 days to do
It's
that.
unlikely.
David Smith
It's true.
and Marcy Smith
Look, it's true.
Hello.
and Jason Diffendahl, who's behind a board. There's
Behind
the
the
board.
bracket.
There's the bracket. I pulled up the bracket now. Jason has also put it in the chat for everybody. But if you're watching live on YouTube, you can see these brackets live. But don't worry, we'll if you're listening on the radio, audio, we'll talk you through it. So, all right, we're going to begin this round. Let's get this thing going, shall we?
Yes.
So the next matchup we've got is Ohana.
Michelle, what's the first
Oh,
matchup?
I'm sorry, I forgot.
That would be Ohana versus Garden Grill. Thanks, Nick.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Ohana and Garden Grill. So Ohana's a 1 seed, Garden Grill. What is that, an 8?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
I can't see that.
So Ohana at the Polynesian versus Garden Grill in the Land Pavilion at Epcot. Josh, you're the guest. What do you got?
That's a tough one.
Okay.
Enthralling radio
I
as
like
always.
your Duffy hat,
Yesterday, last week you hated Ohana.
Yeah.
but this week not so much.
I think he hates Garden Grill too, and that's really the problem.
I don't hate Garden. You hate Garden Grill?
Remember, Marcy gets sick on this one.
I don't think there's
I
a
do.
restaurant on this list that I like.
Well, yeah, we didn't put any of the lounges.
Some.
so I mean-
Sorry, there isn't a Chili's in Disney World.
Oh!
burn.
Marcy, if you knew anything, it's Miller's Ale House.
Okay.
And they have a happy hour, which is you'd actually be losing money. But not
But we
going.
don't have one of those anymore. So.
That's all right. He's the polar opposite of Disney Food Blog. So
My face was trying to smile, but my brain was just saying no.
Anyway.
See, that
So
Garden Grill
or Ohana, Josh.
quick.
Ohana.
Done.
Okay, that's a one.
Why?
Let's prolong this. Is
No,
that your
all right,
idea?
fine, Ohana.
Because of the lady who plays the ukulele. Let's get serious.
She's wonderful.
She is.
I get sick when the garden grill.
The spinning of the garden grill also makes me nauseous. I'm there with you.
Marcy, we know what you're going to pick.
terrible.
But, Marcy, we know what you're going to pick, but go ahead.
I'm picking Ohana because I don't want to take Bonine before I have to go eat.
I agree.
All right. So we got 2 for Ohana. David.
What's the height requirement on garden grill?
I'm going with Ohana as well.
Oh, we got another one for Ohana. All right. Ashley?
I'm going with Ohana too.
Ooh, a lot of Ohanas. Jason?
I gotta go with Ohana.
Wow. Nick?
Yeah, definitely Ohana.
Yeah, Ohana. That's a blowout.
Yeah,
I also vote Ohana.
Sorry if you. Okay.
But that makes it uneven. That makes it even. Can't have even this.
You get to announce.
Okay.
You've
I don't get a vote.
usurped my
Okay.
role.
I didn't count my own vote.
You
so
get
it's
to
fine.
try to sway people. That's your thing. You could sway
Well,
people.
I already said the ukulele
Yeah.
lady.
He's the vice
She's
president.
delightful.
She can
I
come
think
down
she-
if it's a tie.
I think Michelle swayed.
I'm the lobbyist.
Yeah.
Guys, at this rate, we're going to be here till 1. So let's keep going.
We got one garden grill vote in the chat.
Next
Does that
matchup.
count?
No, those don't count. I'm going to look
We
for
don't
one at
count
random
Gabe.
at some
We
point.
don't count
No
Gabe's
Gabe.
votes.
From Clickbait. Clickbait voted for Ohana. Anyway. All right, next matchup, Michelle.
Kona Cafe versus Skipper Canteen.
Kona Cafe at the Polynesian versus the Jungle Cruise. Skipper Canteen at the Magic Kingdom. Josh, what do you think?
Skipper Canteen.
Okay. Nick?
Yeah, it's a hard one. I'm gonna go with Kona. I have more experience there, so sticking with that.
Okay. Marcy?
They're both really good, but Kona serves more meals than Skipper Canteen, so I'd have to go with Kona.
We're still doing this. David?
I don't know. I hate this matchup. I'm gonna go Skipper Canteen.
Ooh, we're in a dead heat.
Ashley?
I have to pick Skipper Canteen. I don't necessarily like all their food, but I still really love the concept of it, and I wish they would do more restaurants like this. So,
Jason?
As much as I love Skipper Canteen, I think their mugs are kind of cheap.
This is what it's about, mugs.
So, and they don't have Tonga toast, so I'm going with Kona.
Mm.
I'm going with Skipper Canteen. I've never had a real bad meal there.
All right, that
What
one's
is
a
that?
4-3.
4-3
So
for Skipper?
yeah, 4-3 for
Chat-
Skipper.
Chat is voting.
So
Skipper,
that could flip. So if you have Kona, you want to take that on top. 407-774-8255 to vote.
All right, next matchup.
too. Next would be the Rose and Crown versus Boathouse.
Frozen Crown or Boathouse. Nick?
Oh, that's not even close. Boathouse blows that away.
Josh? Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Boathouse.
Ashley?
Boathouse.
David?
Yeah, Boathouse.
Marcy?
I don't know how you can vote for the Boathouse. We haven't eaten there.
But you have been to Rose and Crown and it's that bad.
Love it.
Don't give away the magic.
I'm gonna have to vote Rose and Crown because I've actually had their food.
Yeah, my girl.
No. Who hasn't gone? Jason, did you go?
No,
What are you picking?
Rose and Crown.
Gross.
Michelle,
leave.
4-2.
Michelle and Marcy need to hang out. They both get sick on Garden Grill, and they both like Rose and Crown.
Right.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
I'm going with Boathouse because Boathouse is the best restaurant at Walt Disney World sometimes.
All right. Well,
Sometimes
game
it
over
is.
then.
Yeah, Boathouse wins.
Game over.
I don't have that power. We
What?
gave the
Stop
people the
voting.
power.
Did we?
I wish Boathouse was the best restaurant at Walt Disney World. Unfortunately, it's not. But
All right. Well, we continue then.
5-2 Boathouse.
Next, we have Grand Floridian Cafe versus the Sci-Fi Dine-In.
Oh, this is tough. Nick.
I don't think it's that tough. I think food wise, yes.
This is why you have a creeper shirt.
then the atmosphere takes sci-fi to the next level. Love it. So sci-fi.
Josh.
Sci-fi.
Jason.
Sci-fi.
You are not Jason. Jason.
Josh tells me I need to vote Sci-Fi, so I guess I need to vote Sci-Fi.
I appreciate it. I just wish I knew where you got that cup from.
We got 3 Grand Floridians in the chat.
Marcy.
4.
Yeah, Sci-Fi is the best drive-in movie theater you will find in the United States. So I'm definitely doing
Out of
Sci-Fi.
3.
4-0 Sci-Fi so far.
David.
5.
It's not as easy as I thought. I'm going to stick with Sci-Fi though.
Now it's 6.
No, it's not. You counted Josh twice because he said.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you did. You did.
Josh.
Yeah, because Ashley and Tom.
Sci-Fi.
Ashley.
Sci-fi. If
Well,
they're
then there you
not-
go. Now it's 6. Now it's a
You
late
know, I
slide.
love the Grand Floridian Cafe, but I've got the cup, and it'd be real silly not to
Wow.
pick Sci-Fi.
7-0.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, 7. So we got 2 7-0s here in the second round. So Sci-Fi 7-0 over Grand Floridian. All right, next matchup.
Next is Tifton's.
What?
Okay.
Tiffin's?
No T.
Tiffin's.
Well, no
sorry.
second T.
It's really tiny. And Morimoto Asia.
Josh.
I don't know. That's tough. Like
They are both very good.
like Tiffin's, you can't get out of there at lunch for less than $28. At dinner starts at $29 if you want the curry, but it's like $50 for the steak. At Morimoto, I can go in there any day of the week and get like a nice ramen for $17. I'm going Morimoto. I love Tiffin's. I'm going Morimoto.
Morimoto.
Nick?
Iron Chef.
Yes, he is. Nick. Oh, Nick's on the phone. Jason.
This really, to me, is no contest. I think Tiffin's is far superior to Morimoto.
David.
I think it's ridiculous that this is a second round matchup because I like them both, but I can. Morimoto Asia is my favorite restaurant on property, so I'm going with that.
Wow. Marcy.
I'm going to go with Morimoto. Also, I really like that they have the street food option in addition to dining in. So definitely have to go with them.
Ashley.
Morimoto for almost the exact same reasons that Marcy said. I love being able to walk up and just get food.
Does that mean if like Pizzafari was called Tiffin's Street Food, you would vote for it?
No, because it's not as good as Morimoto.
So I definitely would classify the cheeseburger flatbread as street food. So, I mean,
Well,
as
although
in,
a
it was,
different variety.
and it got run over several times. What number are we on here? What's the voting at?
You've got 4-1 Morimoto.
Who hasn't gone? Nick.
Tiffin's.
I'm also going with Tiffin's because other than Boathouse, I think Tiffin's is probably the
Close.
best restaurant at Walt Disney World. Morimoto's got it right now, though, right?
4-3.
4-3.
Yeah.
4-3 Morimoto. But
Who's?
we have a call-in vote
This will
for
sway it.
Tiffin's.
Yay!
And Tiffin's takes the lead.
Yes, it does.
Yay, Tiffin's!
All right, right now Tiffin's up.
And that counts as 2 points. For
It
Tiffin's,
does.
So
right?
it's 5-4.
So it's 5-4 Tiffin's over Morimoto Asia right now. If you want to change that, 407-774-8255.
Wow.
All right, we got time. Let's move on to our next match.
Trails End versus California Grill.
I want Jason to lead off this one because he has an amazing story about it.
So my sister texted me today, and she says, "You better not let California Grill lose out to a barbecue joint in a glorified trailer park."
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Those are some very strong
with that-
feelings.
and she's in the chat, although it looks like she's already disowned me because I picked Tiffin's over Morimoto. I think Morimoto is her favorite restaurant.
It's good stuff.
But she hasn't been to Tiffin's, so. But anyway, as much as I like Trails End, I really California Grill can't be that bad.
Want to bet?
So what's the vote?
So my vote is California Grill.
Okay.
All right, David.
I mean, I don't want to get disowned twice in one night.
David.
You're about to get disowned 3 times if you don't fall in line, Tiffendall. Take you to Tusker House, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, David.
All right, I have a confession. I wasn't that impressed with Trails End. I'm going to go with California Grill.
All right.
Marcy.
I'm going with California Grill. It has better atmosphere than Trails End.
Ashley.
I'm going with Trails End.
Yay! Nick, I know where you're going. Do it.
I mean, Trails End. It's just good.
Josh.
It's fine.
Grill.
Josh went with California Grill.
4-2.
I'm going with Trails End.
Yes!
California Grill is the most overrated restaurant.
It is.
At Walt
Has
Disney
a
World. It's
few.
not bad,
Nah.
but I think Trails End for the money you get a tremendous value.
It's fun to get to.
That chili is so
It is.
good. And the cornbread.
Oh, so good. 4-3.
Get to.
4-3 California
It's
Grill.
not fun to get to. It's the one thing I think that will keep it from winning.
This one's changeable. I know a lot of people have Trails End out there. 407-774-8255.
So California Grill's the current leader, 4-3.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's put a pin in this for now.
Yeah.
We'll continue round 2. in the
We've made
second
it so
hour.
far, though. Oh, boy. It's going to be a long night.
He's on the phone, so I don't know what happens now.
Well, I could talk for a minute.
Okay.
It's clickbait account in the chat.
Yeah, clickbait's once.
Breaking news. California Grill wins. Fake news. Yep.
Yeah.
Good job. So, yeah, we're going to keep going in hour 2 with this. We got more of the March Tragic T-shirt tournament coming up as well, and much, much more. Well, or you could just interrupt the commercial break.
Yeah, before we go, we got to vote for Morimoto Asia. Flipping that back on to the top.
Oh, by 1 point.
We'll see what happens. This commercial break's probably going to be insane. Come back. All the brackets will be completely different when we return for hour 2. Stay tuned.
Celebrating 50 years as Apopka's hometown station. 1520 WBZW. Apopka, Orlando. Community events, financial news, weather, traffic, and more.
A service of Salem Media Group. Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. The leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee offer a glimpse into their investigation into Russian meddling in the U.S. presidential election.
We will get to the bottom of this.
Democrat Mark Warner, the ranking member on the Senate Intelligence Committee, promises there will be no stone unturned.
Some of the techniques that Russia used in this election, as we find more and more, I think would send a chill down anyone who believes in a democratic process in this country or around the world.
Committee Chairman Richard Burr says this investigation is casting a wide net.
The committee will go wherever the intelligence leads us.
And he says it's a team effort.
We're partners to see that this is completed and that we've got a product at the end of the day that we can have bipartisanship in supporting.
Linda Kenyon, Capitol Hill.
Members and leadership of the First Baptist Church in New Braunfels, Texas, are mourning the loss of 12 seniors who were killed in a head-on collision between the church van and a pickup truck in southwestern Texas this afternoon. 2 other bus passengers and the pickup driver were injured and hospitalized. Officials at the church, which is about 120 miles from the crash scene, have offered counseling at the church this evening and tomorrow. The seniors were returning from a 3-day retreat at the Alto Frio Baptist encampment in Leakey, about 9 miles north of where the crash happened. President Trump vows to step up efforts to combat the nation's addiction crisis.
The president met with top officials to highlight the problem and to hear the personal stories of recovering addicts. Mr. Trump described drug abuse as a crippling national problem, pointing to drug overdoses as the leading cause of accidental death.
And opioid overdose deaths have nearly quadrupled since 1999. This is a total epidemic.
Also at the meeting was New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who is leading a new addiction commission at the president's request. Greg Clugston, the White House.
On Wall Street, the Dow down by 42 points. The NASDAQ, however, rose by 22. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Let me ask you a question. Can your retirement account survive another market crash like we had in 2008? The stock market is grossly overbought, and it's not a question of if, but when the crash is coming. What about the threat from China to replace the dollar as the world reserve currency? Are you worried about possible government intervention with your IRA or 401k? If you answered yes to any of these questions and you're over 50, then you need to hear this important announcement from the Hartford Gold Group. The Fed's misguided monetary policies are setting the stage for an economic and monetary disaster. And that's why the Hartford Gold Group is giving away a free copy of our top-rated Gold IRA Protection Report and Tax Loophole Guide to anyone who wants to find out how to save their retirement by converting it to physical gold and silver. Call the Hartford Gold Group now at 844-375-GOLD. We'll rush your special edition Tax Loophole Guide to show you the advantages of rolling your retirement funds into gold. That's 844-375-GOLD. Call the Hartford Gold Group now at 844-375-GOLD. Or visit us on the web at hartford.com.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. Before we continue with March Madness, a couple housekeeping notes. Next week, we're back on April 5th. We're going to talk a lot about that WDWNT, the 10th anniversary event that's coming up real soon. We got a lot more to talk about with that. WDWNT, the map game is coming back. Nick, you ready for the map game next week? Everybody's favorite.
Actually, you know what I'm ready for?
Come on. You can't let me have a moment.
Nope, we got a vote in for the California Grill.
Oh, so that's 2.
Yes, that's 2. So
6-3.
6-3. California Grill extends its lead over Trails End.
There you go. Can I continue now?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. The map game next week.
I'm excited.
We're going to have a review of the Bon Voyage breakfast at Trattoria Al Forno. That's that new character breakfast. We're going Sunday, Josh. You excited?
Please don't say where I'm going to be. Yeah, I'm stoked.
No comment.
I missed.
But we might be going at some point soon.
Yeah.
Before Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. At an undisclosed time and date.
It'll be like 2 o'clock, Trattoria breakfast. 4:35.
Also next week, the Wonderful World of Psychotic Comments and Who Hates Tom will be back. And also because it's around April Fools, we're going to be talking funny moments in Disney attractions and perhaps what is the funniest attraction of all time. All that and much more next week on WDW News Tonight. Michelle, who brings us WDW News Tonight each and every week?
Well, would that be Wigs or would that be?
That would be Magical Travel.
Gotcha. Skipping Wigs. WDWNT, or WDW News Tonight, as we like to call it, is brought to you by Magical Travel. Magical Travel is an authorized Disney vacation planner and is always ready to assist you in making your next trip to the Walt Disney World Resort, Disneyland Resort, or aboard the Disney Cruise Line even more magical. Right now, if you book by March 30th, 2017 for stays most nights April 9th through June 10th of 2017, you can save up to 25% on a Walt Disney World hotel room. For more information on this special offer and many more, visit magicaltravel.com and book your next Disney trip today.
Somebody in the chat said, Bon Voyage!
Nice.
Me IRL.
You know, Tom, I think our sponsors are going to be nice to us and let us skip this break so we can get right back.
Oh, are they?
To the 3. They are.
Then let's get right back to the madness.
Yep. I talked to the gold people and the low-cost airlines people and the web.com people.
Great.
They're all cool about that. So
thanks, Cafe Positano.
Yes.
For letting it slide. All right.
Thanks, Mealstrom.
Thanks,
Meals on Wheels.
Next matchup.
Michelle, next matchup.
Flying Fish versus Splitsville.
Flying Fish or Splitsville? Josh.
Garbage or garbage? You got to go garbage. I'm a flying fish guy.
Flying Fish, all right. Nick.
Flying Fish.
You know, that makes abracadabra smell disgusting.
Abracadabra.
Interesting. Never thought about that.
It smells so gross. Just saying.
The best part.
My favorite part is the drink menu at Abracadabra.
I love the drink menu.
Well, it's changing, so in your face.
No.
They have a test menu right now.
Are they fruiting it up?
How much you want to bet?
If they fruit it up.
Oh, they're fruiting it up, man. Fruit it up. In your face.
Classic.
You can't get your garbage drinks anymore. All right, Jason.
This is so tough because I don't even know.
Never has anyone cared less about two options.
That's kind of where I was going. Yes.
Which
I don't give a flying fish.
I'm just gonna go with flying fish.
Splitsville has some good sushi options and entertainment. Can we just, bring that in there?
Does.
David.
It's a good time.
Michelle, that is exactly why I'm going to Splitsville.
Yes.
There you go, Marcy.
My man.
Yeah, I'm going with Splitsville because it has better seafood than Flying Fish.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ashley.
3-2 so far.
They swayed me. It's better.
3-3.
And you can drink and have sushi. What more could you want?
What a, is it sushi?
You know, I
okay
like
there?
it's solid.
Oh.
You know, I like both of these, but Flying Fish gave me honestly the best steak I've ever had at Walt Disney World.
You had fish? I mean,
Steak.
steak at a fish place.
Cow.
Someone else ordered it. It was spectacular.
Wow.
Flying
Obviously,
fish.
the fish isn't
Also,
any good.
Yeah, the fish.
Josh,
not
what
so
is
good.
that
Steak,
pasta?
apparently. It's great.
The lobster?
Yeah, the lobster pasta was awesome.
Oh.
Really great. Flying Fish.
Flying
for me.
Fish.
But Splitsville's still great. Like, it's not an easy choice.
4-3 right now. You could sway at 407-774-8255. Next matchup.
50s Primetime Cafe or Sana. Or
Sanaa
Sana.
or 50s prime time. Josh, what are you doing?
Sanaa.
Sanaa.
Who doesn't want to be berated?
50s
by
prime
the-
time doesn't have bread service,
Syllable.
thankfully.
I do that a lot.
Splitsville?
Marcy.
50s primetime because the only good thing about Sanaa is the bread service.
Oh, get out
So
of
bad.
here.
What did Josh vote for?
Get out of here.
Josh
I've
did
had several
Sana.
meals there.
Sanaa.
Ugh.
David.
50s prime time.
That meatloaf tastes like a car ran over
Yes,
it.
but they yell at you, and
Not
what
since
is better?
1997.
Now you yell at them about how bad your food is.
Hey, that's how Mama makes it. And you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna like it.
I'm
And we'll
leaving.
give you milkshakes at the end.
David.
I am not standing in any more corners. Sanaa.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Ashley.
Sana.
Jason.
I'm gonna vote 50s primetime
Ooh,
Why?
dead heat. Dead heat.
because I can make Tom stand in a corner. The waitress
Yeah, you
won't do
can.
it, but I still can.
That's right.
Let's stand in a
She'll put
corner
Duns cap on
at
him.
Sanaa.
Yes. With edible food. That'd be great.
They have a really good peanut butter and jelly milkshake. Just saying.
They do. Nick.
I mean, I guess it's semi-debatable, but I mean, Sanaa has so many better options.
Yeah. I just ate at Sanaa the other night, and we had an unbelievable meal. Sanaa is wonderful. Primetime used to be good. They got rid of the s'mores. You don't have the viewfinder for the desserts anymore. The Viewmaster for
I
the
know.
desserts
It's
anymore.
just not the same.
They tanked it.
Well, then,
Absolutely tanked
So,
it. Sanaa, it would have been
5-2,
maybe a
Michelle?
fight 10 years ago, but I still
Tom's voting Sana, yeah.
Sanaa, yeah.
So 5-2 Sanaa. Sanaa will move on to round 2 unless someone changes that. That's the end of the first half of the second round. 407-774-8255 if you want to change any of our decisions so far. Michelle, next matchup.
Next would be Our Guest versus Coral Reef.
Marcy.
Be our guest for sure.
David.
It's not that much of a secret, but the Be Our Guest dinner is not that great. I'm going with Coral Reef.
Ashley.
With the gray stuff, it's delicious.
The food has gone down, but I still get to eat in the castle. I'm going with Be Our Guest.
Nice.
Jason.
It's not that much of a secret, but the food at both of these places is pretty much. But the even though the food isn't the best, the atmosphere at Be Our Guest really is unbeatable. So I'm going with Be Our Guest.
Try the gray stuff. It's all right.
It's mediocre at
It's
best.
something.
What does it taste like? What flavor is it?
It
Hazelnut?
tastes like delicious. That's what it's
No.
flavored.
Gray.
Gray.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's good. I like the gray stuff. Nick, what do you like?
You know, I love Coral Reef, but like I could get that kind of stuff other places. So I'm going
You
with
like
atmosphere.
Bonefish Grill.
So I'm going with atmosphere here. So Be Our Guest.
Josh.
Well, I've never been to either restaurant.
Excuse me.
You and I can go to Be Our Guest
What a
together.
jerk.
Ivan.
He's been to
I think he's going with Gabe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mandate.
I'll tell you, Gabe, if you're out there, and I know you are, I will take you out to dinner at whatever restaurant wins,
Put your
as long as it's not
papers down.
expensive.
Don't worry, Trail's End's gonna win, right?
And if it's
Alright.
expensive, as long as you promise to just order an appetizer.
4-1. Be Our Guest so far.
Be Our Guest.
5-1.
I'm going to be our
a-
guest. Coral Reef is
is it
so
a
hit or
legit
miss.
Sorry, answering the chat.
Oh, 6-1. Be Our Guest. It moves on for right now.
Next matchup.
Next is Crystal Palace and Monsieur Paul.
Don't worry, they're both disappointing. As disappointing as you made them sound.
Thank you.
Josh, what are you going with?
I don't think Monsieur Paul is disappointing. I think it's if you're a couple, it's the best restaurant at Epcot to go for like a nice meal. So I'm going with Paul. And
gonna be quiet.
Boku's got the longest running 3 Michelin star restaurant in the world.
It's not good though. I'm just gonna go now. I'm picking Crystal Palace, and I hate both of these places because Monsieur Paul.
I can't believe you're picking Crystal Palace.
I had the worst experience in Monsieur Paul.
You go opening night?
No, it was like a week after. Shut up.
I don't even want to go there.
Nick, what do you want?
I never eat either one of these places, but like I hear people like Monsieur Paul, so I'm gonna pick that, I guess.
Is that? Do they?
No
bring
one
out,
goes to Crystal Palace. I mean, like I guess you go with their
Plenty of people go to
kids and want a
Crystal
buffet, right? I don't know.
Hey,
I
back
don't know
in
what
the
they
day,
call
I
it.
went and I
that
had
11
pudding.
o'clock dinner.
They had
They
some
do
good chocolate
serve 3
pudding.
meals panel.
Oh, God.
That's true.
I
That's
know,
what I heard.
breakfast and dinner. That's it.
Well,
I don't
but they
even like
serve dinner
French
all
food,
day.
so.
Jason.
I don't know.
Crystal Palace is like the worst table service in the Magic
How
Kingdom.
did it make it this far to begin with?
I don't know. Somehow it made it past Whisper Canyon, which is
must have been
unbelievable.
User vote,
But
listener
no,
vote.
But it had to be
Yeah,
close
listener
enough.
votes.
I'm voting for Matt Paul.
It's Monsieur Paul.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, that was one that went back and forth like twice.
Oh, yeah.
So it was all this.
Marcy.
I'm voting for Crystal Palace because I love poo.
Yeah, but
Sounds
that's
about
also
right.
what you get to eat there.
Oh, stop.
Thanks, Jason, for spelling out the
Lasagna is
joke.
really good.
David.
Monsieur Paul, but not happy about it.
Ashley.
Same as David. I'm not really overly thrilled about it either, but I can't vote for Crystal Palace.
So that's 5-2, Monsieur Paul. There you go.
Convincing victory.
Next up, we have Artist's Point versus another French restaurant, Les Chefs de France.
Ashley.
Artist Point.
Okay. Marcy.
Chefs de France.
David.
I guess I'm going to go with Chefs de France.
Jason.
My quota is 1 French restaurant per night, so I can't vote for Le Chefs. I got to vote for Artist Point at this time.
Dead heat.
Nick.
This is purely personal. I feel like more people might like Le Chefs, but I'm going with Artist Point just because I don't like French food and I had a good meal at Artist Point.
All right. Josh.
I have a problem because it's Artist Point, but at the same time, it's also Chef de France. There's no lay and there's no apostrophe S. So if they're both wrong, what do you vote for? Chefs doesn't take tables for dinner anymore. Artist Point is garbage. Garbage, excuse me. Chefs.
Chefs
This
it
is tough because both of
I
these
couldn't follow that logic.
All of these are somewhat
3 to
disappointing,
3.
but I've had good lunches at Chefs.
3 to
I'm gonna go
3.
with Chefs.
Chefs.
4-3.
4-3. This
We have our
one
winner.
easily flippable. 407-774-8255 if you want to use your vote here in round 2. Next matchup.
Captain's Grill versus Brown Derby.
Oh, it's like my
So how many
children.
votes did STK get last week? Since I was
Not
sick?
enough to make it. Don't worry
Clearly.
about it.
I voted for STK.
I went there on Tuesday, which may have been why I was sick on Wednesday. But it was delicious.
Now those tumbleweeds are covered in.
STK only got 4 votes. So it's 4-3, but then Le Chef's got 2 more listener votes and blew it away. Yeah.
So yeah, this is like picking children. Nick, what do you think?
Captains or Brown Derby?
Brown Derby.
Josh.
Are you kidding me? Brown Derby.
Chopped salad's very delicious.
Jason.
My sister votes for Brown Derby, and I don't want to get disowned again.
She re-owned you in the chat if you
Marcy.
didn't see
I
it.
know.
Brown Derby, definitely.
David.
Brown Derby.
Dang.
Ashley.
Brown Derby.
It is.
You
a
know,
sweet-
I love both of these. Just so it's not a sweep, I'm going to pick Captain's Grill.
There you
This is a
go.
sympathy vote. They're both wonderful.
Uh-oh, we've got callers. This might change it up a bit.
It most likely will. But let's keep it going. Then.
Okay.
Let's go on the next match.
Next up is Cinderella's Royal Table and 9 Dragons.
Josh.
9 Dragons.
Yeah, damn right.
That's the sushi bar.
Jason.
Cinderella's Royal Table is the second most overrated restaurant in all of Walt Disney World. Nine Dragons.
All right, it may be overrated, but at least it's edible food. I'm going with Cinderella.
RC.
Just shaking her head.
Yes. Cinderella's Royal Table. 9 Dragons is disgusting.
Unbelievable. Ashley.
2-2.
I really like Nine Dragons, but again, it's a castle. You get to eat in the castle. That's the whole point. That's one of the whole points of going to Disney World is to eat in castles. So I'm.
You know, only like a certain amount of people get to eat there, though. It's not like
The whole point of going to Disney
Well,
World.
but
If you don't get your reservation there, you might as well cancel
your trip.
cancel your trip. That's right. Try again next year.
Nick is still on the phone. Nick, you ready to vote? He's not listening.
He's 9 Dragons.
Nick!
Yeah.
What are you picking?
Cinderella versus 9 Dragons?
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Ah!
You know, just to stick up for Josh and I's beloved 9 Dragons, I'm going to pick 9 Dragons.
And Cinderella wins by a score of 4-3.
It's close.
You're cute, Gabe. Call it in.
Josh will be your best friend.
Taking you to dinner there.
All
Can I
right.
come videotape
Nick,
your
what
dinner
did
with
Nick?
Gabe?
What did people ruin?
Nick is on the phone.
He's on the phone. So let's
All right,
Nick.
what did
Do
people
people
ruin?
ruin things?
All right, we got a vote in for Artist's Point.
Ooh.
Swings that around to a 5-4 lead over Le Chefs de France.
Different.
The France.
Is that it? Nope.
All right, we got another vote for. I'm dropping keyboards and everything. We got another vote for Artist Point. Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Pulling away.
Poor chefs.
Brings it over 7-4. 7. Yes, 7. 7-4 over Le Chefs de France.
Uh-oh. Yet another one.
We got a vote in for Le Chefs de France.
Uh-oh. Artist Point still ahead by 1.
Still ahead by 1, but that one's now a 7-6. 7 to
What is
6.
the number to call?
407
774 8255.
Yeah, so
Hello, this is Jill. I'd like to put in a vote for Chefs de France.
7-6 right now over Chefs de France. So the last two were Brown Derby 6-1 over Captain's Grill and Cinderella's Royal Table 4-3 over 9 Dragons.
That is correct.
All right, let's move on to our next matchup.
Next, we have Tusker House versus Boma.
They're so similar.
Yeah, except one's good.
Yeah, it's true. Jason, why don't you lead us off then?
Let's go with Boma, the good one.
Marcy,
Boma, it's my favorite buffet on property.
David,
Still don't know how Tusker House won last week. Definitely Boma.
Ashley,
Boma.
Josh.
Based on a meal I had there in 1992, I'm going with Boma.
Oh, it wasn't even open yet. Nick.
Boma's my favorite buffet on property.
I gotta go with Boma.
Landslide.
Yeah.
Is it 7-0?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never been.
I think Boma's swept both, has it not?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Is that for me or you?
It is for me. This is interesting. We got to vote for 9 Dragons.
Yeah!
9 Dragons is now in the lead with 5-4.
9 Dragons is gonna knock out Royal Table. This is my
You
favorite
called
day.
this last week, too.
I did call it last week.
All right, 2 more matchups in this round.
All right.
Next up, we have The Wave versus
Chico.
There's
Josh.
an N in there.
Wave.
That was Jinko.
Why?
I don't like Chico.
All right.
All right.
You told me you had some bad meals there.
I've had 5 bad meals there.
Is it just the spices that get to you?
Yeah, I hate
I've heard
like,
that.
flavor.
Put down your paper, Josh.
Nick.
Driving me crazy.
I like Chico, but I'm not a fan of going there that much. And you like the Wave breakfast just pulls it ahead. I love that thing so much since you introduced me to that. You introduced me to a lot of breakfasts. Do you realize that?
Yep. You didn't want to wake up before noon before we met. So,
Breakfast? What's that? I've heard of brunch.
I just go to work. I don't do anything fun.
That is me.
Very true.
Jason.
You know, the Wave serves more meals. Chico only serves dinner, which is very disappointing. And it's too 2 dining plan credits, so I'm going with the Wave.
One more time.
Marcy.
The Wave is too beige. I like Chico.
All right.
It's blue in the waiting area.
David.
It is.
But everything else is beige.
You're all crazy. Definitely Chico.
Ashley.
The Wave.
Ooh.
So what is the score?
4-2.
Somebody's sleeping on the
4-2
couch
for what,
tonight.
Wave?
Yeah.
This is so tough. The Wave buffet breakfast is unbelievably good. Jico is also.
average.
I've also had some entrees at Jico that are just unbelievable. That appetizer, that wild boar appetizer is awesome. But I'm gonna go with the Wave. I've also had good dinners at the Wave, and they have a better drink menu. There's some really fun stuff there. I'm going with the Wave.
There you go. 5-2.
All right, we got a vote in, a call-in vote for Les Chefs.
Oh, so wait a second.
Yeah, bringing that over Artist Point 8-7, right?
There
Is
you
that
go,
the vote
Josh.
code there?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So 8-7, Les Chefs over Artist Point. That one's flip-flopping. And the Wave Jico close 5-2. So you could change that one maybe too. 407-774-8255.
Final. We've got the
Final match of the
matchup.
round.
Paddlefish versus Via Napoli.
Josh.
Paddlefish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nick.
Paddlefish. Yeah, the Napoli's the most overrated piece
Oh,
of crap.
the pizza's so stop it. The pizza's so good.
I could get better pizza outside.
Stop
than,
it,
I'm
Jason.
not going there for pizza.
You know, I love Paddlefish. It was amazing, but Via Napoli's pizza is second to none. So I'm going Via Napoli.
Marcy.
I'm going Paddlefish. I can get better pizza here in New York.
Thank you,
Yep.
Marcy.
Exactly.
God, why would you go to
Thank you,
Epcot to get
Marcy.
pizza?
You're not in the Bronx, Marcy. You can't get better.
I live very close to New York City.
David.
Yeah, we don't get better pizza where we are. I'm going to Via Napoli.
Ashley.
You're from California. It doesn't count.
Oh, California Pizza Kitchen, get out!
Their gluten-free pizza is delicious.
Get out of here with that gluten-free pizza.
Theirs is better.
I
than
want mine
pizza.
with extra gluten. Gluten it up. Ashley, please
Sprinkle some
go.
gluten on top.
Sprinkle it
I
on
have to
top.
go with Via Napoli.
Ooh, it's tied now.
It's so good.
I love Via Napoli, but I have been blown away by Paddlefish.
Yes.
I'm going with Paddlefish. As much as I love Via Napoli, Paddlefish, I've just had some really awesome meals there. I know it's new, so that's rough, but yeah.
So Paddlefish
Napoli
is
is
in the
so
lead.
loud and so hurried.
Yeah.
Paddlefish.
No, we've
on
had
the
better
water.
service at Paddlefish. I
Better
thought that
drink.
better drinks. If I was in the mood for pizza, I would go to Via Napoli, but otherwise I would absolutely pick Paddlefish over Via Napoli.
Well, and just the ambiance of Paddlefish too.
Yeah. No, it's gorgeous in there. So yeah. So that concludes the round. We're going to keep the brackets up. So if you want to call in, you can vote. But Nick, in that case, we're going to switch over to March Tragic. But the phone lines are open, 407-774-8255. I don't know why we're looking at Jason's folder.
Before that, though.
Oh,
Well, no, we got the vote in randomly chosen from the chat.
oh, yes. Who did we randomly choose?
Swanky Take. Swanky Jake.
Jake. I believe.
And his vote goes to Tiffins.
That's another one for Tiffin.
Add that up, Michelle.
That's 2 points for
2 points for
Tiffin.
Tiffins
So
there.
that's 7-6.
So
Look
it flips that one, huh?
Yep. Tiffins
flips
is now
that for
ahead of
Tiffin.
Morimoto Asia.
WDWNT.
Oh, and we got more
Or as
calls.
my mom likes to say,
Well, Nick is taking that. We're going to open the... Yeah, so Swanky Jake, you're going to get a prize. Nick will give you all the info shortly. We'll tell you guys what to do if you win. We're going to continue the March Tragic tournament while Nick's taking calls. Nick, we're going to hold off on... Nick, we're going to hold off on those.
We got vote in for
Or don't.
Via
Just do whatever you
Napoli.
want. Do whatever you want. What am I here for?
Via
He
Napoli.
can't hear you when he doesn't have his headphones on.
Via Napoli. So that flips that one.
Yep, it's now ahead of Paddlefish. We can't let this stand, people. You need to call in 407-774-8255. Vote for Paddlefish. Do yourself a favor.
Nick, can I do this now?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. You still can call in, and Nick will not interrupt me until I'm done with this. Let's do the next round of March Tragic. Please, in the chat, vote There's a picture of a paddlefish. All right. You're not pretty. All right, our next shirt. We're going to take the voting to the chat. Let's do it. Is it going to be, this is it, the clickbait Corliss or the Lo Cicero Creepers?
Come on, guys. I need
Which
this.
shirt do you want?
He's got nothing else.
Lo
He's
Cicero
got
Creepers
nothing else
or
going.
the clickbait Corliss?
I'm a Creepers guy.
Lurk.
Clickbait or Creepers?
We make fun of Tom all the time with the psychotic.
Somebody writes, I
Alright,
don't
we
want
got
Tom
22.
or Nick on my shirt.
Creepers.
You want me to show how creepy would that
Creepers?
be?
They want them combined.
It's real close.
Creepers. I think Creepers is ahead by 1 at the moment. 2.
There's more clickbait.
Now it's tied. Oh,
Oh,
clickbait's
geez.
now in the lead. Nick, you need to lobby.
Oh,
You're
more
losing.
Guys,
You're
come
losing.
on.
More clickbait.
More clickbait.
Oh, there's a
No.
Creepers.
Look, I'm very creepy. Have you ever seen me at the park? No, because I lurk in the bushes.
Some people are probably just voting twice. Some people are voting twice.
That's why you don't
A
see
non
it.
1924 just keeps voting.
He's voting for both.
Jason, I think I see a winner. I want to check with you.
I
What do you
scare
think,
kids.
Jason?
It really looks
scare
like
women.
clickbait is the winner to me.
I think so. I
What
didn't
if,
want
what if
to
we
make it look
exclude
like
Tom's family members?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
They don't.
It's
They
gotta
don't know.
be
I
I'm
do.
much more creepy than Tom is greedy.
That's not the.
Everyone's like, no.
In that case, it's clickbait.
Clickbait, Corliss. Moving on. I think that other shirt just would be really uncomfortable for people to wear. It's the problem. I'd much rather have the creeper shirt, but I don't know when I can wear it.
You have to wear it next to Nick. of
We'll
course.
see what happens. If enough of you really want it, maybe we'll make it happen. We'll see what happens. But clickbait,
I
Corliss.
hate all of you.
Let's move on.
Go listen to a
The
different show about
DCA
Disney.
paper bags versus the Punzel poopers.
Oh, God.
So the Tangle toilets are Punzel's poopers versus the DCA paper bags.
Can you explain the DCA paper bags to me?
Guardians of the Galaxy, while they were redoing Tower of Terror, they just put a giant beige tarp over it that looked like a paper bag.
Oh.
So we called it Paper Bag the Ride. And that's why we have the DCA paper bag.
Looks like Poopers
I
is
think
way
poopers
ahead.
is what, yeah.
Okay, but you're not registered to play.
Poopers is what
Nick
that one
is Nick
says.
is apparently someone misunderstood. You forgot you need to be registered. But
It looks like
poopers.
Poopers is winning.
Poopers is moving on. All right, next matchup. The ABC Commissary Dysentery or the Universal Studios Screens with the Z. Which one is it going to be? ABC Commissary Dysentery or the Universal Studios Screens? No, Poopers is over. Stop voting for Poopers.
They're still voting for Poopers.
Commissary Dysentery or Screens with the Z.
How about
Gabe,
the
stop
screens
voting for
dysentery?
Poopers.
That's how I feel after
I
we
think
ride all those.
ABC so far.
I
I'm
think
really
it's ABC
deflated
by
now.
the nose. Yeah.
Nick's leaving.
Yeah,
the show.
ABC Commissary Dysentery looking for revenge for losing last year. Moving
Oh, now
on.
we just got like 6 screens votes
just
in a
got
row.
a surge. Yeah,
Yeah,
surge
but
of
were those
screen
people
votes.
voting again?
I don't know.
Oh, it's
So
close.
just for everybody out there, I just put in the chat the link to the updated bracket after round 2, so you can look at it quick if you need to call in.
If you need to call in, you have like one more. I'm going to do one more of these, and then we're moving on.
And I might as well reiterate because we probably do have some new listeners here in the second hour. We're playing the round of we're playing our little tournament here, figuring out the best table service restaurants at Walt Disney World. We did pre-register people. Those are the only people who can actually call in. You guys know who you are. 407-774-8255 to cast a vote that counts as 2 to change our outcome. Anybody else can go to the chat, listen.wdwnt.com. You guys can still participate. If you vote for any restaurant that we're talking about, doesn't even matter what it is. We're going to randomly pick one each round. Just put in all caps, I vote for blank. And you might still win a prize from Theme Park Connection, but you can't call to change the outcome.
It's unclear between ABC Commissary, Dysentery, and Screen, so we're going to
Very
open
close.
it up.
Yeah.
Here, Josh, what do you think? What do you think's a better shirt?
The dysentery, it
You
rhymes.
think the Dysentery? Jason, what do you think?
I still like dysentery.
Said no one ever.
Michelle, what do you think?
I would have to agree with the ABC Commissary Dysentery
What about the rest of you,
think I've
David,
gotten it.
Marcy, Ashley? What do you think?
I got to go with dysentery as well.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
a
I
phrase I
guess-
never thought I would utter.
Literally.
All right. I think, well, the panel seems to strongly think ABC commissary, so we're going to leave it ABC commissary. All right. We got one more. We've got the River Country Zika. River Country Zika or the Golden Churro Shower. So
This is probably the most.
Golden Churro
This
Shower or the River Country Zika.
This is
You
the
know
hardest
it's gonna
matchup
be.
of the whole.
It's gonna have to be.
I don't
Zika.
think it's
I
going to
don't-
happen. I see a lot of
yeah,
Zika out
I don't
there.
see people. No one's voting for the golden churros.
I think the problem is people would wear the Zika shirt and they wouldn't.
People
wear the
would not
churro
wear
shirt.
the churro.
The churro shirt, or it would have to be a mug. I could see a churros mug.
What is it?
A mug.
I
We
could see
could
that
definitely
logo
make the
on a
mug for the golden churro showers.
I don't know what this chat. What do we think?
Maybe a sweatshirt.
Uh,
It looks Zika heavy.
Amazing.
It's really close, but yeah.
Yeah, see, people are agreeing. They're
Don't
not gonna
knock
wear
it
the-
until you try it.
Oh, we got no crafts.
Somebody voted. No, that's that woman on Dancing with the Stars.
Charo?
No.
Yeah.
Charo died. Charo died this
Really?
year. Yeah. I thought, no?
She's on Dancing with the Stars
Not
right now.
is she?
Yes, right now.
Zsa Zsa Gabor died. not
Zaza,
Charo.
never mind. I thought
Yeah.
Charo died also, though. I know who Zsa Zsa Gabor is.
I don't know. She's old, but not as old as Zsa Zsa was.
I don't know.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know
looks
what
like-
won.
I think
Zika.
Zika.
No.
We'll have to go back and
I better
scroll
get a,
up.
I better get a one-off shirt for that. First T-shirt I've worn in 20 years.
We can make mugs. Oh, you know what? We could get the logo apparel.
I'm gonna
Instead of a
move
t-shirt,
the
have it-
I'm gonna move the Zika on.
Ugh.
Hey, remember last year we had some loser shirts that got made. So everybody
Yeah,
calm
that's
down.
true.
Who won between ABC and Universal there?
ABC.
Oh, ABC. Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So the four remaining. Oh, hold on a second. Four remaining are clickbait, Corliss, the poopers, the commissary, dysentery, and the Zika. But we'll continue that.
All right, Michelle, get ready to add these
Go
up. 'cause
ahead.
this is
Let the
gonna be crazy.
insanity
You ready?
commence, please.
There we go. All right, we have a vote for Trails End
By the way, voting is now closed.
for round two. Yes.
Yes,
Where
round
is
two voting is over.
Trails End. So what does that do to that one?
What was it versus?
California Grill.
Oh, okay. So it's now tied.
It's now 6-5.
Yes.
California Grill's still in the lead.
Yep.
All right, California Girl in the lead, 6-5.
Okay.
All right, next one. Paddlefish. Paddlefish got two votes here.
Paddlefish up 6-5.
Paddlefish got two?
Well, I mean, no, a vote. Yeah, two.
Each vote.
Oh,
is
two more points.
Yeah,
Yep,
two more
so
points.
6 to
It was
5.
already
Paddle's
winning,
up
though, wasn't it?
6-5.
No,
No,
Vietnam
no,
Oh,
so
Vietnam
Napoli had a call in.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Morimoto Asia.
Morimoto gets. Ooh. That puts Morimoto in the lead.
Oh. No.
Paddlefish.
Ooh. We got 8-5 now, Paddlefish.
Cinderella's Royal Table.
No! No!
Wait, who was she up against?
Nine
bottom right.
Dragon!
Oh, yeah. No.
My Sunny Sesame Chicken!
In the last one to take care of round two, Captain's Grill.
What?
Oh.
Made no difference, but thank you for your vote.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
it
for
made it,
Captain's
right?
Grill. How
Cristalfish
about a
got-
round
yeah.
of applause for Captain's Grill?
Yay.
I love
Round
Captain's
Derby is
Grill.
still the winner of that one.
All right, so let's take a look. So what did we have move on? So Ohana versus Garden Grill. Ohana won that matchup.
Yep.
All right.
And then you got Skipper versus Kona, and Skipper won.
Skipper's still in the. Yeah, Skipper won.
Skipper won.
Boathouse won by a landslide. Sci-Fi won by a shutout.
Can we put the brackets? Let's put the brackets on screen. I'm going to do that. There we go. Can we
To
show
the
where
left, to the
everything
left,
actually
to
is
the
right
left,
now?
To the left.
Yeah, let me blow it up a bit so people can see.
All right. So we got Morimoto Asia
Yep.
moved on
Just one. Yep.
because of that vote, right?
call.
Yeah.
Yep.
Morimoto over Tiffin.
No, I think Morimoto had it.
No!
Morimoto was 6-5 because somebody called in before. So now Morimoto is 8-5. It's pretty decisive.
Nice.
Yeah, but then we had that other. Did we count those other two for Tiffins?
I did, yeah.
Yes,
It
I
was,
thought so.
It was 7.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it was
why.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's 8-7, Morimoto.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Then down here we got Flying Fish, who's on versus Splitsville.
Yep.
And Sanaa.
Yep.
No one changing that one. All right, now the other side we have Be Our Guest.
By a lot.
That was a 6-1. Yep.
Yeah, and then Monsieur Paul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5-2.
All right, and then this one ends up Le Chefs de France, right? That one.
Chefs made it.
moved.
8-7. Yep.
Yep,
Chefs.
8-7.
Happy now?
I guess. Round Derby, no one messed with that one.
That was blowout. Well, they did. They added points to Captain's Grill, but it wasn't.
So and this is the one that people are a little upset. We want to see Nine Dragons do the upset, but no.
Scroll down. There we go.
Cindy, too strong for that
Cinderella
one.
came back.
Cinderella came back strong.
Cindy versus Boma. That's going to be cool. Then for the last matchup, the Wave moved on and Via Napoli, right?
No,
Paddlefish.
Paddlefish.
Oh, Paddlefish came across. Yeah, you're right.
Paddlefish
You're
did.
right.
Came back.
8-5.
Yeah.
8-5. Yeah. 2 calls for Paddlefish pushed it up.
All right, there you go, guys.
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, Paddlefish voters.
Are we moving on?
We are moving on now. Of course, if you've already voted, that's it. That was your vote, just to make that clear.
Yeah,
you
you
don't have
can't
another
call
vote
again.
tonight. So thank you for voting. But anyone who hasn't voted yet, get ready. You can vote, change your outcome, 407-774-8255. Of course, you have to be a registered player in the game, and you guys know who you are.
All right, let's begin the next round. What's our first matchup?
We have Ohana versus Skipper Canteen.
What happened to the dramatic music? We had dramatic.
We ain't got time for
I
that.
got tired of that, yeah.
Thanks. Well, now it sounds boring now.
Ohana
This is an epic matchup.
versus
This one is pretty epic, actually.
Skipper
No one
Canteen.
called.
It's funny. It's an old classic versus kind of like a new favorite.
Ohana and Skipper Canteen. Marcy, what do you think?
I'd probably rather eat at Ohana.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ohana.
Okay. David.
I would rather eat at Skipper Canteen.
Okay.
Ashley.
Same. I would rather eat at Skipper Canteen.
Jason.
Skipper Canteen is better than Ohana.
Nick.
I'd rather eat at Ohana, but in Skipper Canteen's atmosphere. But so I'm going with the food, Ohana.
All right. What
Josh.
about the ukulele?
Canteen.
I'm going with Ohana. I've had a string of really great dinners there. And I used to
Close.
really not like Ohana.
Skipper is ahead.
I love
4-3.
Skipper Canteen, but I'm picking Ohana.
4-3, guys. You
4-3.
can change that one easily. 407-774-8255. Next matchup.
Next
As of right now,
is-
Skipper. Oh,
No, this is
Oh,
the
oh.
matchup. See,
you gotta get the other music
We need
back.
different music.
Next
You
is
gotta get
Boathouse
this.
versus Sci-Fi Dine-In.
Boathouse
Hey, all of you. It was the
versus
same- we told you
Sci-Fi
the same
Dinehouse. It's the
second.
outhouse versus the penthouse, or in this case, the boathouse. Josh, what do you think?
That's tough. I like it's sci-fi.
Wow.
Wow.
Because you can get a half a
Why?
chicken.
Just atmosphere?
Yeah, but I mean, Boathouse is Gibson. If you want to go to Gibson, go to Chicago. 80% of the menu is the same there. So
All right.
I go to sci-fi. It's fun.
I'm going to put in my
don't have
vote
to get
real
snotty
quick.
about it.
Boathouse.
It goes Boathouse. Jason.
1-1.
You know, Sci-Fi's food is so hit or miss. I'm really going to go with Boathouse, even though I love the atmosphere at Sci-Fi.
There you go. Marcy.
Sci-fi is so unique, and I absolutely love it. And I try to get in there every time I go to Walt Disney World. So I'm definitely voting Sci-Fi.
David.
2-2.
Tough one. I'm going to stick with Sci-Fi, though.
Ashley.
Sci-fi for the milkshakes.
Yeah.
You know, this
4-1?
4-2.
This is insanely difficult. Boathouse on one hand, I think, has some of the best food at Walt Disney World.
Food and drink.
On the other side,
And love.
Sci-Fi is probably the most unique and best themed restaurant maybe ever built. It's really wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sci-Fi. I think Sci-Fi is just such a unique experience and so special that I gotta.
Sci-Fi is
5-2 for Sci-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
First, we have a vote for Ohana.
That puts Ohana in the lead over Skipper Canteen.
Did you ask them if they'd been to Skipper Canteen?
But we have a vote for Skipper Canteen.
Jason, switch it back.
Switch it back. He's on two phones at once.
The call-in number is 407-774-8255.
That's great. So Skipper Canteen in the lead over Ohana by 1 vote.
All right.
Yep. Still, yes.
Next matchup.
Morimoto Asia or California Grill. 407-774-8255.
This is a hell of a matchup. I'd love to hear some reasoning on this one. Jason, go ahead.
I hope my sister's still in the chat because she loves both of these, and I have no idea which one is going to get me disowned.
You're going to be in trouble, so you better just pick one.
Come back to me.
Oh, all right. Thanks. David, what do you think?
I think next time we should get Jason's sister on. I gotta go with,
774, not 771. Sorry, chat people.
I got to go with Asia. Definitely Asia. I think the food's better than California Grill right now, and I think it's more unique.
Have you ever had their giant, like, deep fried lobster? It's amazing.
Wait, what? No.
Morimoto Asia.
No.
Oh my
I
god.
have not tried it yet. No.
So good.
Stop it.
It's so good.
No.
Free too.
It's good for you?
It's good.
I'm going California Grill.
He texted his sister to find out.
No, she's in the chat.
Oh, boy.
I am Jason Diffendahl's sister. Ghosted. Or whatever the word is.
Marcy. It's swordfish.
Those catfish.
Ghosted. Catfish, whatever. Paddlefish. I don't know anymore.
I've been
You
paddlefish.
guys are making me hungry. Can we just
Paddlefish again.
So it's paddlefish versus
What
what?
did I say? Sword?
It's Morimoto versus California Grill.
Okay.
We don't even know what it is.
They've just gone.
There you go.
For those watching and joining us live online, that is what a paddlefish looks like.
And that is what Tom Corliss looks like moments before his head explodes.
I've been swordfished again.
Catfish.
I'm going with
Morimoto. 2-1.
Ashley.
As much as I love watching those fireworks, Morimoto has the better food.
Heck yeah. 3-1.
Nick.
Yeah, Morimoto has the better food.
Yep.
Josh.
California Grill.
You think it's better than Morimoto?
Yeah.
Food?
Yeah.
All right.
Atmosphere.
What? Morimoto's so pretty.
Atmosphere.
Well, I mean,
If the fireworks are going off, fine. But if not,
otherwise,
Nice
it's
view.
still a beautiful view. I'm going with Morimoto just for the food. Again,
I go to Morimoto, Philadelphia. I'm going to go to Morimoto.
God, you love this.
Stop!
Cities.
Stop.
Morimoto.
5-2.
5-2. We got a vote in for Skipper Canteen.
Ooh.
I think
All right,
that's
sorry.
Cements its lead.
Yep, that cements it.
so. What's that total now on that one?
8-5 now.
5 now.
There you go. Oh, boy.
Got a vote in for Boathouse, inching that closer to Sci-Fi.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
4 to
Boathouse is
5.
within. Yeah, it's 4 to 5 instead
Chat
of 2
people
to-
want to know if it's too late to vote for Ohana.
No, it's not
No.
too late to vote for Ohana.
Like
You
if
can
you're
call
not
in now.
registered, you can do in all caps. I vote for Ohana. We'll randomly pick
We're gonna
somebody from
pick
chat.
someone
You're
this
registered for the
round,
game to call. If you're registered for the game and you want to call in for Ohana, you can do it right now.
And again, that's 407-774-8255. You have till a few minutes after this round ends.
Yeah, and I'm not going
Let's
to
do
pick anyone with an anon, just so you know out there in the chat. You got to have a name on there.
All right, next matchup.
We have Flying Fish versus Sanaa.
Flying Fish versus Sanaa. Josh.
That's mean. You're being mean to me. I don't know.
Come on, you're the expert.
The thing is, like, if you want to talk about perfect meal, like paddlefish, like perfect meal, Sanaa, perfect meal, like, is the perfect meal better at one place or is it better than another place? Is like the average meal better at one
You're
restaurant?
making my head hurt.
Or
Just
the
pick.
other restaurant? Why don't you pick, Michelle?
Pick for Josh.
See, I try to go by overall menu if I've had more than one great meal there in a different
I haven't been to the new version of Flying Fish, so I can't vote.
a different
I
appetizer.
look at it like if you offered to like bring me to a meal and you said these two places, which one would I say? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
what-
want it, like if I go, I want a great restaurant. I'm going to sit there and be like, man, I had all those and I love all of those. And I don't know what I'm going to.
Which one's more bloggable?
Well, that's life now. But I think of life.
Anyway,
things are simpler.
Josh, do you want Michelle to pick for you?
No, I don't want Sanaa.
That's what I
hurt.
was gonna pick it.
Nick. Nick.
Flying Fish was fantastic.
I love the food at both these places, but there's more unique tastes. I think at Sanaa, I like eating there. It's a nice place to eat.
Jason.
I'm gonna go with Sanaa.
David.
You know, I voted against Flying Fish the last 2 rounds. I'm going with them this time. I think it's a little bit better than Sanaa.
Marcy.
Can I abstain? I don't really like either one.
You have to make a vote or you throw this whole thing.
Just vote against your husband. That's what you do every other time.
Don't
That's
like
true. And
Choose
I
the one you
don't
get less
like either
motions to look at.
Michelle can vote for me because I don't like either one. So
Ooh.
There you go,
Sanaa.
Michelle.
I vote
There you
Sanaa.
go. There's a Sanaa.
Thanks.
Ashley.
Sanaa.
That's 5-1.
I'm also going with Sanaa.
6-1.
I love Flying Fish. I had a great meal there, but Sanaa, I've had so many good lunches and dinners at Sanaa, and breakfast. It's a good breakfast too. All were good.
Never been there for breakfast. Let's
That's
go.
a hell
Tom.
of a lineup at Sanaa.
All right, next matchup.
Be Our Guest versus Monsieur Paul
I think I know where this one's
or
going.
Monsieur.
Josh.
I don't know the difference.
Be our guest.
Both Frenchish.
Nick.
Be our guest.
Ashley.
Be our guest.
Marcy.
be our guest. Be our guest.
David.
Yep, be our guest.
Jason.
Gotta finish
Cement
the song,
it.
bro.
Yeah, be our guest.
7-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next matchup.
Next is because we had that change up, Le Chefs de France or Brown Derby.
Ashley, why don't you lead us off?
Brown Derby.
Jason.
The Derby.
Oh,
Marcy.
Yep, Brown Derby.
David.
Yeah, definitely Brown Derby.
Nick.
Definitely Brown Derby.
Josh.
I'm considering glow cubes. I'm going with the Derby.
Brown Derby.
Tough though.
7-0.
Yeah, Brown Derby.
7-0. All right, moving on.
Wow. Cinderella's Royal Table or Boma.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
This one's really not even a
Jason.
Not even a contest. Boma.
Jason.
Boma.
David.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a contest. Boma.
Marcy.
Boma, absolutely.
Ashley.
I fought for the castle, but I got to go with Boma.
Nick.
Boma.
Josh.
I've never been to Cinderella's Royal Table, so I give it up to Michelle.
I've never been to Boma, but Cinderella's castle was not good, so I'm voting Boma.
But Josh has legitimately never been to Royal. That's the only one, right?
Never been.
Wow.
My
We got to
wife-
get
my wife and child.
No one voted for Royal
I'm
Table.
taking Boma.
7-0.
Yeah.
That's a blowout.
Goodbye, Royal Table.
That's a blowout of a #1 seed. Look at that.
Maybe I won't take my wife and child there.
Take him to Crystal Palace.
Take him to Boma.
Will
Crystal
we
Palace
have
brunch.
our fourth straight 7-0?
Yeah.
Next matchup.
The Wave versus Paddlefish.
This is like a documentary on National Geographic. The paddlefish tries to swim upstream, but the wave is too strong, pounding it with cheddar cheese grits. Anyway, Jason.
This is really difficult, but I'm going with my old favorite, the Wave.
Why? Just that breakfast
Paddlefish doesn't
buffet?
do breakfast. Yeah.
They do the brunch. How
You
good
went
was
to
that brunch?
Honestly, the
got a lot
brunch
of votes in
burger
the
at
chat.
Paddlefish was not as good as the patty melt
People are
at
still
Tucson.
voting for Ohana.
Don't bring toothsome into this. Get out of here, Derek Bergen.
It's one guy just voting.
Obviously,
over and over and
Fast
over
Food
again.
Boulevard would beat all these restaurants. You ever had a crusty burger before? Totally different than all their other burgers.
It's got real crust on it.
So good.
Josh, what do you think?
The wave is so beige.
Look, just if you're colorblind, the wave could win.
Food.
I'm a lot of things the wave could win. Paddlefish.
Nick.
Paddlefish is so young. Like, I hate giving it the vote over a wave. But like,
You say it's so young.
it is. But I've had enough amazing stuff there, and I love sitting up there on the roof. I'm going paddlefish.
Wow.
Nice choice.
Marcy.
You know, I haven't had the opportunity to bring my husband and child to paddlefish, but I think I'm going to have to go with paddlefish.
You have their address, right?
David.
I am looking forward to the Discovery Channel's Paddlefish Week.
Nice.
We got 4-1.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Definitely paddlefish.
5-1.
Paddlefish brunch and dinner were both very good. Wave, while I liked dinner a lot, the breakfast is the real winner. I think because of that, there's
Someone
way
just
more
voted
reasons to go to paddlefish. I'm going paddlefish.
6-1.
Yeah. A lot of really blowouts in this round, both sides. I mean, we
I
only
don't
had a
know
couple.
if paddlefish is going to survive the next round.
So we have a close one. If you guys want to change this, we're going to go over the t-shirts now, but we do have a close one. Skipper Canteen over Ohana by a vote. Also Sci-Fi over Boathouse by a vote, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The rest of them are pretty much blowouts.
Nick, I have a chat. I have the chat choice.
Okay.
All right, ready? Give me the music.
Now
we went. Chuck Mockbee voted in the chat, voted for Ohana.
Like 5 times.
Yeah, he was really passionate about it. I caught one of those, and it was randomly chosen.
So that's
Chuck
2 for
Mockbee has got the Ohana vote.
So,
Nick, what do they
Skipper's
do if they've been
still
chosen
winning.
in the chat?
That doesn't change the winner, but Chuck
Oh,
wins
yeah.
a prize.
Yeah,
Chuck wins a
8-7.
prize. Yeah, how do they contact?
Anybody who wins in the chat, send an email to nick@wdwnt.com. Let me know.
Provide the name and which round it was. Right
Yeah.
now, we
Yeah.
are in the Swell 16.
Swell 16. And so Skipper up by 1 vote there. You can switch that one. You can switch Sci-Fi. The rest of them are pretty much blowouts. But if you want to use your vote here, you have till the end of our t-shirt discussion here. 407-774-8255. Now, March Tragic.
Yeah, and if you couldn't tell, we're going overtime tonight.
Oh, yeah. If you're, yeah. The Salem Communications has been gracious enough to allow us some extra airtime tonight.
Yeah.
What?
So we will be
find out
we will
tomorrow
be going
anyway.
into a third hour tonight. So stick around.
We're not going into a third hour.
It's hour 3.
Into.
Yeah.
Into.
Oh, we're not going. Okay, we're not going to go the whole third hour.
Hour 1, hour 2, and hour 3. Well, we got the
That's
post.
fine.
We have a
I was gonna
post
say,
show
what about
tonight
the
too.
post
But
show?
anyway,
Yeah, I know we got a
Oh,
post show,
crazy.
too.
Michelle's like, I'm out.
So is Nick.
5 a.m.
Blackers be
comes
crazy. I'm out.
I'm going to bed.
I have not begun to talk restaurants.
Oh.
In fact, I would like to go back to the beginning.
All right. March
May we
Tragic.
revisit round 1, please? Get the paddlefish off the screen. It's March Tragic time. You have until the end of this round to call in if you're in the tournament.
Oh, this is so
People are now
disappointing.
lobbying in the chat to get the pre-registered voters to call in and vote for what they want.
They can. It's fine.
I'll find it.
All right. March Tragic tournament. We got 2 more matchups to talk about. We've got the clickbait coreless or the Punzel poopers. Clickbait coreless or the Punzel poopers. Which one do you want to be a t-shirt?
And how different are
The
they?
clickbait. You're walking home.
I can't picture
Clickbait
Combined's
coreless.
t-shirt there.
Clickbait coreless or
We
the
got
Punzel
creepers
poopers.
back again.
Someone voted creepers. It lost.
Poopers,
Although sometimes the creepers hang around the Punzel
do.
poopers.
They hide in the bushes, don't they?
And there
Creepers.
goes half the
Shower.
audience. Goodbye.
Sometimes it's a prime spot.
That's true.
There's all kinds of
All
pooper votes
poopers,
in here.
Yeah. Poopers by a lot
Yeah.
right now.
Someone said clickbait. No one will buy poopers.
I don't
I
know
would
who will buy
buy poopers.
clickbait either,
What
but
is a pooper going to look like?
it's
We'll
going to be
find
out. Tower.
tasteful design.
Yeah.
It's going to be Rapunzel's tower with the little emoji at the top. Top of the tower.
This is really
yeah,
close.
that's exactly what I was picturing.
Really?
No,
Someone said golden
churro.
churro.
How did that not beat Zika?
Is it close or not?
It's not close.
No.
Poopers is by far the
Poopers.
winner.
All right, fine. Poopers
It's
made
the
it.
name. Tangled Toilets would not have made it this
No,
far.
Punzel's poopers. I did not. I thought Golden Churro Shower was winning.
I
this whole
thought so
thing.
too. I don't know how that beat Zika. That's ridiculous.
That needs to be like the backup. Like
That'll be the honorable mention shirt. Yeah.
All right. Other side.
All right. ABC commissary. Well, pick your disease, folks. ABC commissary dysentery or the river country Zika.
This can't be close.
Jedwa says the tower with toilet paper trailing down instead of her hair.
That's good. I like
That's
that.
a good one.
That's a good idea.
Of course, you understand by writing your idea in the chat, it's now property of WDWNT LLC. And now our property. So there you go.
Disclaimer.
This is
What is Zikma? So what about Zikma?
Does anybody in the chat have any rumors?
Can we write it in all
Have
caps
you heard anything?
and bold?
Maybe about a bar at the Tower of Terror, perhaps.
Yeah, really. It looks
I
like
think
Zika's
Zika.
winning.
Zika.
Yeah.
All right, so stay tuned. We're gonna have the winner of that tournament coming up. Do we have a hard break, Nick?
Yeah, I think we should take a break in a minute there and regroup.
We have a hard break
Come
coming
back.
up in a minute and a half. Just to quickly recap what's going on. We're moving into the exciting 8.
Let's go over the matchups here. What do we got?
Well, no, Michelle, do you still have that Wigs ad in
I
front of you?
do.
Could you read the Wigs ad? Because tonight there is a post show for members over at Patreon. So if you could tell people all about the Wigs, please do.
Yes, the March Tragic Tournament is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Interglobe Society. Support WDWNT and get early and exclusive access to content that you just can't find anywhere else, including post shows from WDW News Tonight. Right now, you can also get discounted registration and access to special events at WDWNT, the 10th anniversary this fall. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join the WIGS and help make WDWNT happen through Patreon.
We come back. We're going into hour 3, and we're going to conclude the madness. Stick around.
Celebrating 50 years as Apopka's hometown station. 1520 WBZW. Apopka, Orlando. Community events, financial news, weather, traffic, and more.
A service of Salem Media Group.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Patrick Foss. The top Republican and Democrat of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they will steer clear of politics in probing Russia's alleged interference in last year's presidential election. Senator Mark Warner says the Senate committee is ready to find out if Russia meddled in the presidential election.
We're here to assure you, and more importantly, the American people who are watching and listening, that we will get to the bottom of this.
Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Richard Burr says he voted for Donald Trump, but it won't impact the investigation into Russian meddling.
But I've got a job in the United States Senate, and I take that job extremely serious. It overrides any personal beliefs that I have or loyalties that I might have.
So far, the committee has requested 20 individuals to be interviewed. Fire officials in Fort Worth, Texas say 2 children were electrocuted by power lines down during violent weather. Tanya Tu of Benbrook, Texas, tells KDFW Fox 4 the storm debris is scattered all through her neighborhood.
They have a big, huge carport with big metal beams, and it just is ripped to pieces. I mean, the piece of sheet metal in my front yard is from that man's barn. That's 100 yards away. It's in my front yard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trampoline is just wrapped around a tree. The trees are bent over. It's just, it was crazy.
Severe thunderstorms that included tornadoes hit North Texas and Oklahoma late Tuesday. President Trump says the nation needs to do a better job of fighting the opioid crisis.
We want to help those who have become so badly addicted. Drug abuse has become a crippling problem throughout the United States. Drug overdoses are now the leading cause of accidental death in our country, and opioid overdose deaths have nearly quadrupled since 1999. This is a total epidemic.
President Trump tapped New Jersey Governor Chris Christie to lead the fight. More of these stories at townhall.com.
And we're back. Hour 3, the madness rolls on. Thank you for sticking around, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's very late. We do have a post show for Wigs members if you want to stick around tonight. That still exists. We're contractually obligated to it. I don't know what's going on in there. Oh, all right. So let's we're moving on. So voting closed on that round, right?
Oh yeah, ages ago.
So what, Jason? Can we review the results real quick?
Yep. So Skipper Canteen has taken over Ohana 8-7.
Can you throw up the brackets real quick?
Oh yeah.
We have.
It's like
I
for
know
everyone.
it's been 10 years, Jason. We have technology now. Here at WDWNT.
Skipper Canteen beat Ohana 8-7.
What are we looking at?
Paddle fishes.
It's amazing.
The paddle
What are you
fish
looking
is
at?
still up.
We're looking at the middle of the bracket.
At the middle of the board. I don't know what the
Paddlefish.
Get
Do you
that
want to
fish
look
off
at the paddle?
screen.
It seems
Are
like
they tasty? Has anyone had a paddlefish?
More paddlefish.
I don't know if they're actually edible.
Has anybody ate one?
Yeah.
It's a great show on MTV. Paddlefish.
I'm
All right,
If
here
it's
you
this
go.
panel, I'm just guessing they haven't had one.
Oh,
Come at me.
All right. What do we
I
got?
hope to have my wife
that.
and son someday eat a
Here you go.
paddlefish.
Perfect.
Skipper Canteen has beat Skipper Canteen has
No,
beat
it's just gonna
Ohana.
be me and you dying alone. Anyway, go ahead, Jason.
Sorry, Jason.
that got dark real quick.
Jeez. Skipper Canteen has beat Ohana. Sci-Fi has beat Boathouse. Morimoto has beat California Grill. And Sanaa has beat Flying Fish.
All right.
Yeah.
And then over on the other side, Be Our Guest swept whatever it was up
Coral
against.
Reef.
Slip,
Coral
slip,
Reef, yeah.
whatever. that
What's her Paul?
Brown
actually.
Derby,
Oh,
Brown
Monsieur
Derby
Paul.
swept
Correct.
Le Chefs de France. Boma swept Cinderella Royal Table, that was a 1 seed.
Correct.
And Paddlefish almost swept the Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. One pity vote for the wave.
So here we go.
All right, let's do this. Next matchup.
Dun, dun, dun. Next would be Skipper Canteen and Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Skipper Canteen and Sci-Fi Dine-In. Josh.
Tom goes first.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Thank you,
What do you got?
Josh.
All right. This one's tough. I like both
Very.
of these a lot. As much as I like Skipper Canteen, Sci-Fi is such a nostalgic favorite. I think it's even more unique. They're probably the two best themed restaurants at Disney World going up against each other. I love Sci-Fi though. It's in my studios, and the theme is so awesome and so unique. And that film loop is so good, and it's comfort food. The milkshakes are good. I like the buffalo chicken as an appetizer, and you get a burger. They have good burgers, and they change them every month or so. They have that specialty one that changes.
People get sick inevitably. They have to switch out.
I'm going with Sci-Fi. Josh, what do you think?
Sci-Fi.
All right, Nick.
The best drive-in in the country.
Marcy is never coming back. She hates us now.
No,
You
just
can
Josh.
come to dinner with me and Gabe too.
Marcy, Gabe, and Josh at dinner. I want to see this so bad.
As long as it's not
This
someone
is
at
probably
Gabe.
gonna happen before we.
No
Probably gonna
beige.
happen before we ever send anyone on a date for the dating game. So right, might as well. Nick, you went?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
here's
no.
my idea. I agree with you that they're probably the both the best themed restaurants at Walt Disney World. Here's the thing. Sci-Fi has food I kind of crave a little bit more. I like stuff at Skipper Canteen. It's unique to eat, but I don't like crave it. I don't care that much. Like, I don't say, ooh, let's go, because I want that.
Sci-Fi's
So
got way
Sci-Fi.
better dessert.
Yeah, so I'm going Sci-Fi.
That candy part is so good. Let's all just make noises for the next hour.
You're making me
Make
so
everybody
hungry.
make their best
It's after
paddlefish
11. We
noise.
can do that, right? Anyway, David, go ahead.
Both exquisitely themed. You know what the advantage of Sci-Fi is? You don't have to talk to your family.
Oh,
My
You don't even
man.
have to look at them if you sit in the right spot.
done.
Gabe,
Does that mean Sci-Fi?
Sci-fi it
Yes,
is.
Sci-Fi.
I didn't get to vote.
Marcy, it's not over yet.
Oh.
Marcy,
Yeah, I'm definitely doing sci-fi.
Ashley,
Sci-fi.
Jason.
You know, you don't have to look at your family at Sci-Fi, but when I go to Skipper Canteen and order the whole fried fish, I want them to look at me.
Mhm.
I'm going to vote Skipper Canteen.
Ooh,
Oh, that's one.
6-1. Not easily changeable, but you
I
can.
like how he has a story for why he voted for it, even though it's just his sister texting him.
She didn't even know.
Come up with a story of why.
Although she's never been to Skipper Canteen and she hasn't been to
doesn't
Sci-Fi in
surprise
ages.
All right. Next matchup.
Next is Morimoto versus Sana.
Oof. Oof, Josh.
Sana.
Yeah, why? You love Morimoto. I'm surprised.
I like the animals out there.
Yeah.
The bread service to share. The lunch. I love the lunch.
Good
It's like
lunch.
$18. It's a beautiful resort.
Yeah.
Like, what would you rather do? Go to Kidani or Disney Springs?
Yeah, just the other night we went and we went out, even though it was dark, we couldn't see the animals in the restaurant. We walked
Night
outside and
vision goggles.
they have
So
the goggles
fun.
there too. They don't just do it at Jumbo House. So we had a great meal and then we got to put on the goggles and watch giraffes. It was really, really cool.
They should give you those night vision goggles on the Kilimanjaro Safari's nighttime version.
I have a brilliant business idea. For
Little
you. You ready
kids
for
with
this? I
pink
came
eye
up with
wore
this.
those goggles.
Why don't they do an
Yeah,
add-on where when you get to the entrance at night for like $10 you can rent them?
Ooh.
Because logistically they can't handle cleaning them all for everybody if they did it for everyone on the ride.
Right.
Offer it as an add-on.
Yep,
You're
there
welcome,
you go.
Bob Chapek. By the way, I'm picking Sanaa. Then I already talked, so I'll go with Sanaa. Nick, what do you think?
Sana, because Morimoto can't be in the final four. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's only like one of the world's most famous chefs.
Morimoto is David's
Oh, wow.
favorite restaurant at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, I reject your logic, Nick. That's ridiculous.
David, are you picking Morimoto?
Absolutely.
I'm going to
3-1.
pick Morimoto too.
How?
Wow.
3-2.
Marcy.
How?
I'm also going to pick Morimoto.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
All tied up.
Ashley?
I don't know.
Morimoto Los
Sensible.
Angeles is so good.
So
though.
much better. I actually like the one in Phoenix.
I like them both.
You got to pick one.
Come on, Ashley.
Do the right thing.
Exactly.
Although the Sana in Jersey is better than the one in Orlando.
The animals are much, much better.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all toxically transformed.
You don't need the night vision goggles. They're all glowing.
They glow.
Sana does have the-
There you go.
I'm going with Sana.
There's Sanaa.
Oh, Sana
Traitor.
pulls away.
That's a
the
close
squeaker.
one.
All right, that one's changeable. 4-3
Wow.
Sana, 407-774-8255 if you want to affect our final four and are registered in the game.
Next up is Be Our Guest versus the Brown Derby.
Oof. Jason.
Brown Derby.
David.
Brown Derby.
Marcy.
Food Brown Derby, atmosphere, be our guest. But I guess for this March Madness, I'm gonna pick Brown Derby.
Hmm.
Why?
You can eat in the Beast Castle, or
Is
you
this
can eat in
only
the
based on food?
Well, no,
Because
because
what else would you base it on?
The animals.
Atmosphere is
The animals.
important.
It is. but it's
Atmosphere is the
too
reason
cavernous.
sci-fi dining is in this.
That's true.
It's but Be Our Guest is very cavernous. It's very cold in there. It's very loud. It doesn't feel like a
Go on.
cozy restaurant like Cinderella's Royal Table. You're eating in the castle, and you feel it's like more it's more intimate. Brown Derby's more intimate, and their food is better.
Absolutely.
And it's a brown hat. Beige is out, but brown is in.
What's the
Is that
score so
3 or
far?
is that 4?
It's chocolate brown.
3-0 Derby.
All
Right,
Who has,
Michelle?
Ashley, did you go yet?
Not yet.
Right.
I have a feeling Derby's going to win, but I'll give Be Our Guest a pity vote because I do still really like eating in that castle.
Somebody playing the tambourine right now? What was that?
That's Josh.
I'm sure someone somewhere is. Nick.
Look, it's not a pity vote for Be Our Guest. I think the food is underrated. I've actually always kind of enjoyed my meal there. I feel weird saying that
It
'cause
was
everybody
good when
hates
it opened.
Derby, and I also feel weird saying this, I've never actually thoroughly enjoyed a meal there. I've eaten there a couple times and just never, like, it's okay, but I don't feel it's top 4 at Walt Disney World. I don't know if Be Our Guest is either, but because it's in Beast Castle, I'm going to give it a nod over Derby because I don't think the food's that bad. So,
Josh.
Well, if Marrakesh were still in the running, I would vote for that.
It was only
belly
what was the seed? It was an 8 seed.
But I got to give it to Be Our Guest. I mean, you could go to Brown
All
Derby
tied up.
tomorrow. I can make a reservation for Brown Derby, your choice of times tomorrow. Be Our Guest, I couldn't get that 6 months in advance.
I've never been. That's why.
The people have spoken.
Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest, obviously.
I'm going Brown Derby. Brown Derby
Whoa!
is. I eat there like once a month. I love it. One of my favorites.
For
Always
now.
a great meal. The lunch, even the lunch. You've never been for lunch. They have a spectacular burger and a spectacular chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Chopped salad. I'm telling you.
The Cobb salad. The dessert trio is wonderful.
And the glow cube hat.
There's a lot of great things about
But
it.
the whole experience of Be Our Guest.
Derby up by 1.
I think
4-3.
They light your way with
Be
Lumiere.
Our Guest feels very produced in comparison. Brown Derby feels like a real restaurant.
Well, and
Be
it's
Our
got the
Guest feels like a
caricatures.
facsimile.
Well,
Let me
that's
ask you
not
this.
fair.
Okay,
You're
number
going
one,
to
you
the
do a
glow
magical
cube.
You wanna know
enchanted
why I'm not
castle.
picking
How can
Be
you
Our
not
Guest?
feel a little fake?
No, let's talk about Be Our Guest.
Let's talk
Where is
about
the
it.
damn staircase? The main thing in the movie is that ballroom. They come down that staircase. Where is the staircase?
You haven't seen the new movie, have you?
Where is the
There's no
staircase?
staircase in the new
Did
movie.
it dissolve? Did they go under major renovations after they got married? They're like, we don't need those stairs anymore.
No, they
Get-
put in an elevator.
we could put more tables there then.
Is it snowing in Brown Derby? Is it snowing in Brown Derby?
No, it's not snowing in Brown Derby.
Do they have Christmas
People
trees
are
in Brown
eating quality
Derby?
food, and children
They
are
have
not
a giant
vomiting
little
and yelling
music
all
box.
over the place.
In Brown Derby?
It's fine if Josh identifies with the average
Keep your
Walt Disney
name-
World guest, then that's fine. Who chooses Brown Derby?
What's the
or who
score? What
chooses-
is it?
So,
Four?
guys,
Is it 4-3?
Yeah, it's 4-3 Brown Derby. So this one's easily flippable.
There you go.
407-774-8255 for your registered player. Last matchup this round. Go ahead, Michelle.
Boma versus Paddlefish.
Jason.
This one's really tough, but Paddlefish is too new to be in the final four, so I'm going with Boma.
Marcy.
Boma, and not because Paddlefish is too new. Boma because the soups are amazing.
David.
Yeah, I got to go with Boma. I think, yeah, Boma.
Ashley.
I do legitimately enjoy Boma more.
Nick.
Same here. Boma's one of my favorites at Walt Disney World, and it is too early for Paddlefish to be in the top 4.
Josh.
Abstain.
Yeah, abstain. You got to pick one.
Too new?
No,
does
you
that mean?
you can pick a more valid reasoning, but you got to give me one.
Me, you, David. Sunset. Love for guacamole.
You pick a Paddlefish?
Yeah, I'm picking paddle.
All right.
Boma. Where is it?
Animal Kingdom. You haven't been?
I'm going Boma. Animal Kingdom Lodge is wonderful, and it's a great buffet. And the dinner and breakfast are both really
Oh, that's
awesome.
the buffet restaurant?
As much as I like Paddlefish, Boma's there's something special about Boma. I'm going Boma.
What did Josh vote for?
Paddlefish.
They pay the bills.
6-1 Boma. All right, so that's the end of the exciting 8. We're going on to our Fantastic 4 soon. Right now, it is Sci-Fi over Skipper Canteen, 6-1, correct? We got Sana over Morimoto, 4-3. Brown Derby over Be Our Guest, 4-3, and Boma over Paddlefish, 6-1. If you want to try to affect those outcomes, use your vote here, 407-774-8255, the number.
I have the
Down to the
chat.
final 4.
I have the chat pick.
Go for it.
The chat pick is Haunted Mansion Duty is the name of the user, and he picked Sana. He voted
Okay,
for
so
Sana. So
Sana
2 more
moving
points for
on.
Sana.
It's 6-3 now.
I think Sana already had the lead. No,
Yep.
Yeah.
They were ahead by 1. Now
that's
they've
going to help out, but I'm sure those phone lines are about to light up.
All right, we'll give people a chance to call in 407-774-8255 while we decide
Yes.
the March Tragic 2017 champion.
It's time to decide the winner of our March Tragic tournament. What will be our next shirt from T Public, this year's winner? It is between these 2 options. Please let us know in the chat what you'd like. It is Punzel's Poopers or the River Country Zika. The River Country Zika or Punzel's Poopers. What will be our next team shirt, the winner of this year's tournament? What is going to be our next shirt? Punzel's Poopers or the River Country Zika? Excuse me, it's late. River Country Zika
It's basically tied right
This
now.
is so tied.
Yeah.
Well, this is the final. It's not going to be easy. Poopers or Zika?
I think we're going to have to.
We're going to have to panel weigh in on this.
Somebody says Zika has to be inappropriate.
I don't understand that.
I think poopers is pretty
more
inappropriate.
You said Zika is too soon and
soon.
too far, I guess. Yeah.
Spoodles, poodles. That's a fun one. Punzels, poopers, tangled toilets wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah, someone in the chat did recommend Punzel's Poopers. It was the tangled toilets.
Tangled toilets, yeah.
All right, let's throw this to the panel because it's just too close to call. Josh, what do you think?
I'm not paying royalties to the Punzel Pooper guys, so the other one.
He was in a non-person on the chat. So
What if we don't have to
everybody's
pay?
anonymous until they serve you.
What if we don't have to pay royalties? Which one do you pick?
Well, what if a lot of things? What if you like Splitsville more than Flying Fish? I don't know. There's entertainment there.
I mean, to be honest, at this point in the bracket, I think we have to think about which shirt would you rather wear.
You know, I think for me the problem is I like River Country Zika, but I think it's not timeless. I think the Punzel's Poopers will stand the test of time.
Because it's
But Zika's already like a fading memory.
There will always be poop. There won't always be
Zika.
mosquitoes trying to bite you.
Yeah, I mean, there's not even people at those tables anymore to give you the repellent.
Somebody writes, both of these are questionable in terms of T-Public sales potential.
Yeah, I was just reading that. But I like the idea with the Punzel Tower made out of poop with toilet paper.
Say that again.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good idea, but I wonder how many people are going to associate that with the tangled toilets in the Magic Kingdom. It's just
I think if you make the tower,
If you make it look like the
tower
towers.
itself,
People
and then
know
have the
about
little
that.
emoji on
I think they
top,
Yeah.
and then
And then
have
write Punzel's
and then
So-
the toilet paper coming down like her hair with flowers in it.
Here's the deal.
Flowers in the toilet.
Can we agree that Zika's probably the least marketable one?
Yeah, I think we can.
All right.
except for Brian Botts in the chat. Yeah.
But I'd
still
rather
voting for-
have the vicious mosquito attacking people with a deadly virus. Like I'd rather have that as a T-shirt. But I think
Guys,
it's less.
I think we have a winner.
I think we could sell more pooper T-shirts. So.
I think we have I'm ready to declare a winner.
Yes.
It's got to be golden.
The winner.
Christmas food.
I can't believe the Golden Churro Showers isn't here.
We got one
Why
more
does
vote.
not happen? I may fight for that
What
one. That one may
number?
happen.
I'm disappointed.
What
That
was
one may
that one
happen
against? I don't remember.
Let's do this because after this next round, I'm gonna do something special. So, but for the actual champion, I am declaring the winner of March Tragic 2017. The next WDWNT.com T-shirt on TeePublic will be Punzel's Poopers.
Yay!
It's kind of celebration.
Calling Ashley as we speak.
Punzel's Poopers is the winner, and our next shirt on TeePublic. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. We'll talk more. Maybe we'll do something.
All of them are getting made.
No, I'm not making 32 shirts.
How about the top four?
Top 8.
How about just the winner and the Golden Churro Shower?
No, hold on. Hold on. We're not doing it. We're going back. Let's go back to March Madness.
Yeah, we got no calls.
All right.
No
So
calls. So everyone's
we're
holding
down
out.
to Sci-Fi and Sanaa.
Sci-Fi and Sanaa is the next matchup. Here we go.
So you want to score update real quick?
Yes,
Yeah,
by the way,
sure.
this is the 2017, for those of you, I don't know who's just tuning in. People are most likely just tuning out.
21.
2017 WDWNT March Madness Table Service Restaurants tournament here. Brought to you by WDW News Tonight, by the way, in case, because we're not usually on this late, Tom. So people may be tuning in for like Larry Elder or whatever the heck's on
And they're
WBZW.
like, what is
Our
this?
apologies to the Larry Elder crowd. A bunch of people yelling about Walt Disney World restaurants.
So
A little
got-
different from what you tuned in for.
Normally on 9 to 11 here on your local Orlando radio stations, but extended tonight because we have this amazing tournament. We're getting overtime, so let's do it. So give us an update, Jason.
We've got Tammy at 16 points, Michael at 13 points, Claire, Derek, Brett, Mike, and Daniel at 12 points, Taylor and Allison at 11 points. So it's this last one is worth what, 3 points?
Yeah, so I mean, people that are below 11 points could come back.
Yeah,
there's like 10 people at 10 points.
Yeah, so
Does
I mean,
Gabe have 0 points?
Gabe's not in the top 20.
Gabe is not in the top 20.
That's a surprise.
Well, it
But,
was random.
But yeah, so these last two games are worth 3 points each, which could really put any of those people over the top.
All right. So for this, I want to hear why. Because we're talking about
Yes.
what are possibly the 4 best restaurants at Walt Disney World. I want to know why you're picking it. So let's go ahead and do this. We're doing Michelle. What's the round? What are we doing?
Sci-Fi versus Sanaa.
Sci-Fi Dine-In versus Sanaa. Marcy, why don't you start us off?
Okay, I'm choosing Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater because it is an extremely unique experience that you really can't get anywhere else. I have loved that restaurant ever since I set foot in it, and it is just, I mean, my jaw dropped just to see what they did with it. To be able to eat dinner or lunch in a car and to be watching crazy like Mystery Science Theater old videos while you do it is just incredible. It's just so much fun, and it's something that my kids remember, I remember, and it's just something that's not gonna fade away from your memory for a while. So I'm definitely going with Sci-Fi.
Wow, David.
I'm going to keep it simple. Sanaa has no business being at this level, and so I got to go with Sci-Fi. I mean, yeah, the food could run from mediocre to decent, but the atmosphere is unlike any place else you're going to eat, and there is no Sci-Fi Philadelphia, Josh.
Boom.
Ashley.
I love them both, but I got to go with Sci-Fi. It's like Marcy said, it's so much fun. I like going to Sanaa. I do. I try to get into Sci-Fi every single trip. So yeah, I've got to pick Sci-Fi just by a little bit.
Jason.
You know, this is not really as difficult, I think, as it should be at this level. I kind of agree with what David said, that Sanaa is good, but I don't think it's at this level yet, or maybe ever. I don't know.
Nick, go ahead.
Look, Sanaa has better food. I think so. It has a wonderful atmosphere, but at Walt Disney World, I'm looking for an experience, and I want good food too. I'm not just going to go for the experience, but the Sci-Fi gives me everything I would want out of a Walt Disney World fun experience, eating, and actually does have good food. So I think they both deserve to be pretty much here in the top 4, but I'm going with Sci-Fi.
So, is it 5-0 Sci-Fi?
It is. It's 5-0 Sci-Fi.
Yes, it is.
Josh.
Keep it simple, Sci-Fi.
I think you're all out of your mind.
Probably.
I'm the biggest Sci-Fi Dine-In fan on this planet. I think you're all clinically insane. It's wonderfully themed. Sanaa not only has animals outside.
Sometimes.
Animals outside.
They're animals, like living animals from faraway places.
But you can see them without eating there.
That's correct. But also the food is unbelievably good. The bread service, the entrees, the soup, that tomato soup. No one even talks about that tomato paneer soup. It's unbelievable. You're all clinically insane. I love Sci-Fi, but Sanaa is one of the greatest dining experiences I've ever had in my entire life.
Can I say this? If you if you were coming to Walt Disney World and you asked me where are some of the restaurants I should eat at, I think, and you might only be here once ever. I would actually tell you go to Sci-Fi as one of the restaurant
But
experiences
that's because
you
you're
need.
going to a park. That doesn't make it a better restaurant.
No.
Theming aside, Sanaa is not a poorly themed restaurant. This isn't Sci-Fi versus the Grand Floridian Cafe.
Picking a Walt Disney World table service restaurant, I would pick that to experience over Sanaa.
Everyone talks about Sanaa for the bread service. If you want to have spectacular bread service, all you need to do is go to Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant.
Get out of here. Shut up.
I make better.
It's not.
Tom.
No.
Tom, I make better butter chicken and vegetables in my
It's not
own
about the
kitchen.
butter chicken. They have more than that pick two option. Maybe you should read more of the menu.
No, this is the first time I ever got their pick two option.
Pick two because it's easy and simple.
This was the first time I ever got the pick two option. I've had pretty much everything else on the menu, and
I
very
completely
much
disagree
enjoy
with all of you. I'm going Sanaa.
I don't know. Sanaa's not even the best restaurant in the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That's what I was going to say.
Tony's is atmosphere only, but I voted against Tony's in the tournament. I completely
here's the question.
understood.
If
It shouldn't
Sanaa
be
goes up against Boma in the final two, it's not going to win.
That doesn't matter. That's not why you pick. This is Sci-Fi versus Sanaa.
Yeah, but I think Sci-Fi actually has a legitimate shot
You're
of beating.
putting a hamburger over the entrees at Sanaa.
No, you're putting an indoor drive-in movie theater over.
We're putting Mystery
the
Science
entrees of
Theater
Sanaa.
3000.
Yes.
Actually, to be honest, the last time that I was in Sci-Fi, I was watching the Star Wars Christmas special.
That was a fun breakfast.
It was.
And I love Sci-Fi. The
That's 3
caffeinated
meals.
people,
1984,
all these things. I love Sci-Fi to death. But Sanaa is a wonderful dining experience, and I think
Hey, Anonymous said bread service means nothing for people that are gluten intolerant. Yeah. My anonymous
you're
friend.
gonna have are you having a hamburger at Sci-Fi?
No, I usually eat the half chicken.
The bread service at Knott's
Yeah,
Chicken
I'm
Dinner
not saying it was
Restaurant is
good.
far
I'm on your
Whatever,
side.
it's-
I think
it's 6
Sanaa
to
is
1.
better.
6
I think
to 1.
Sanaa is better.
Sci-Fi is going to the finals. So whatever. I'm the guy with the Sci-Fi cup, but
I'll tell you the problem is that Sanaa doesn't have boysenberry jam with their bread service.
Well, you know.
Would you stop? We move the other match. I don't want to be here all night. Move the other.
By
match.
the way, can I
we
point
still
this
have a
out?
post show? Can we keep?
Can I point this out? The final four was 2 Studios restaurants versus 2 Animal Kingdom restaurants.
Yes, Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That's crazy.
Lodge,
and
yeah.
That's just Hollywood Studios is the best, and you all
Nothing from Disney Springs made it, even though Springs has so many good restaurants.
Too new.
Hey, Blaze Pizza wasn't here. Blaze Pizza.
Apparently, in the chat, people are now yelling "Tom Stairless" after my rant about BR Yes. Anyway,
Final of the final four.
There we go.
Is the Brown Derby restaurant versus Boma.
Ashley, Brown Derby or Boma? Why?
Because it's time to go to bed.
Yes. I'm going with Boma because I think, again, I like their food better. If I had the choice to go between the two, I would go to Boma over Brown Derby.
Okay, Marcy.
I'm also going with Boma because Animal Kingdom Lodge has several of two of my favorite restaurants. Boma is my number one favorite, especially when it comes to buffets. It's my favorite buffet on property, and it's just the food is amazing. And I'm not even like that much of an adventurous eater, but the soups alone, I mean, they have 4 or 5 different soups every time you go. I would almost just eat those, but everything is really delicious. So I'm choosing Boma.
Okay.
David?
So, yes, Boma is my favorite buffet as well. But when it comes time to pick just a single entree that I wanted to have on property, it would have to be in Brown Derby. You know, either one of their noodle bowls or even their salads, I think, are top notch. And it's a class above a buffet.
Jason.
If I had to pick one food that I would like to have, it would be the Zebra Dome. Brown Derby has nothing to compare to the zebra dough.
Oh, you're insane.
And Brown Derby has animals outside the window. How can you not pick it?
Animals.
I'm not even commenting.
Animals.
Grapefruit cake martini in your face. Anyway. Nick.
Yeah, Boma. I consistently say that's my favorite restaurant at Walt Disney World. So, I mean, it's here in this matchup. Brown Derby. Yeah.
Josh.
Brown Derby.
Why?
Because the food is better.
All right. I'm also going Brown Derby. I love Boma, but Brown Derby, lunch or dinner, what a lineup. That burger and that chicken sandwich are both unbelievable. You got to go for lunch.
The
Cobb
drink
salad.
lineup, get a martini flight, get a
menu is
margarita flight, you get a
endless.
champagne flight.
Endless. Sidecar?
The chicken sandwich is $19 at a signature restaurant.
Yeah, even though there's plenty of affordable options, the dessert trio is lovely. The Phantasmic package is wonderful. I love that lineup. So good. Brown Derby. What does that put the vote at?
Boma?
Michelle, do we have a count on that?
We are 4-3.
Yeah.
And for Boma.
That one's switched.
So
Yeah.
that one could easily be swayed.
So Sci-Fi 6-1 over Sanaa. Boma 4-3 over Brown Derby. 407-774-8255 if you want to use your vote here. Let's give people a couple of minutes
Yeah,
to
we
call
will.
in.
I'm going to talk
Just
about
couple.
March Tragic a little bit anyway. Someone in the chat wrote Tom scares me.
Oh yeah, no, Tom's totally scary.
Well, now I'm getting angry because these are this is
Not
important.
Final Four.
But
we're
I
not
always thought that. Like,
I don't want this junk in my final.
Can I ask this to everybody? Tom was very scary before you actually got to know him, right? Like totally
Before
scary.
you could ever see him live.
Yeah. Totally scary.
What does it mean before you can see me live?
I was so scared to meet him.
But before last year, people didn't know what you looked like.
I thought he was going to tear me apart. I thought he was this horrible, mean person.
And you'd be right.
What's changed?
No, he is, unless he knows.
My favorite was before we went on the air, Michelle was talking about in radio, there's just really one terrible person. I raised my hand slowly.
Yeah, in every group there's one, and then everyone else
Crab
is pretty cool.
in the chat, so the crab sterilist.
All right, Tom, what's your big news about March
Make
Tragic?
crabless.
Tell you
Isn't
what,
it?
we're going to do second chance right now. I want to see in the chat, is there something that got eliminated from March Tragic
Guys, come
that
on.
you will buy as a t-shirt? This is the second chance right here. We're going to the runner-up. We're going to make
Nick
that
is
shirt
praying.
happen.
Nick is praying.
So
for
whether
us.
it's the Golden Churro Shower, the I-4 Volcanoes, the ABC Commissary Dysentery, the paper bags, clickbait Corliss, the Los Cicero Creepers, the STK Tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't care if anyone buys it. I just want a shirt made out of me.
Got a couple
creepers.
of
The Creepers shirt should be a social club. Like, it should be a denim jacket. I would wear
my
it with, like,
God.
patches.
Totally makes
Public
it
doesn't
club.
do good.
There you go.
Churros,
Churros is going to beat me.
clickbait, churros.
Also, I bet everybody that voted for Splitsville voted for Boma. I'm just saying.
Actually, I voted against Splitsville.
We
Tom
called
has
in
tweets,
3
Nick
times
needs
for Boma.
I just want a T-shirt with Nick's face on it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Golden showers is hysterical. People are saying who would wear that shirt. I would wear that shirt. Depends on how it's designed.
The churros?
The churro shirt.
I can't believe nobody in there is
Muppet
picking
Balloon. Oh,
Commissary Dysentery.
No,
Yeah,
we've had
no.
3 people say ABC.
All right.
I was one of them.
Here's what's
Oh.
going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. The first shirt we're going to make is obviously Punzel's Poopers. That one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision that we're going to make 3 more of these shirts.
Oh, 3 more.
We're going to make, throughout the year, we're going to release these. We're going to do the clickbait Corliss. We're going to do the Los Cicero Creepers.
I love you.
And we're going to, it's the first time anyone's ever said that to me in my life. We're going to do,
I mean it.
and mean it. And we're still got that ring in the drawer.
Baby. Forgetting this car ride.
And the Golden Churro Shower. We're gonna make those 4 shirts.
We got creepers, we got
Make those
churros,
4
and we got poop.
You just made a lot of
There you
people
go.
very happy.
There you go. 4 shirts we're gonna make for March Tragic. Those are your 4.
We're so
Bundles
classy.
Poopers wins, but we'll get the artists to work on those.
So here's my issue, Tom.
Yes, go ahead. Because this show isn't long enough already.
Well, do you want to? We'll just then we'll talk about it in the post show. That's fine.
Talk about the post show. We still have the post show. Nick, you're gonna be going right to the airport from here, right?
I just go right. The helicopter can pick me up here.
Yeah, there you go. John Hammond's gonna land, and we're gonna have to cover the dig site. But, anyway.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Any calls?
No.
It seems unlikely.
It's time. It's time for the final. This is the final, the championship matchup. Let's do it. Who's in it, Michelle?
Sci-Fi Dine-In or Boma.
So this is it. The Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater at Disney's Hollywood Studios or Boma at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. What is the best restaurant at Walt Disney World today?
Just like Trump Clinton. Nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted this.
This is the popular vote.
Well, whatever the popular vote is going to be the loser. So what's the point of voting?
That's
so yeah, it's the one you probably should pick versus the crazy one that can't help but it.
Did we pick a chat winner from the last round?
Who cares?
I've got the chat winner from the last round. Jedwa picked Boma. It didn't affect the results. Jedwa, you won a prize. There you go.
Nick at WDWNT.com. Send an email. Let me know.
Let you know what.
All right.
That you won the chat prize. Thank you, Michelle.
All right. So Boma or Sci-Fi Dine-In? Let's start with Ashley. Boma or Sci-Fi?
Why do we have to start with me again?
You only started like 2 of these.
But it's a lot of pressure to start them.
It is.
Okay.
It's a ton.
But
Why did you change to Brown Derby?
I'm just trying to see something. I'm making sure my calculations are correct.
This is like a good time.
No worries.
It's a good time to make sure everything works.
I'm just playing with people out
Do we
there.
have 2 people tied at the top?
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
I'm going with Sci-Fi just by a hair
Why?
because of the milkshakes. I really do love those milkshakes so much.
are
I know I've said it like 4 times tonight. but
I've
they're
had
so
several this
wonderful.
seasonal, and they're all good. They always are good,
They are.
And
They
they're
really are.
perfect when it's hot and sticky and humid out.
which is always.
You know what's perfect? When
Josh, you want to talk about the weather right now?
It's going to Animal Kingdom Lodge and eating at Boma.
So
That's
your
not
vote?
ice cream.
You know what's great theming? Just pots that go up to the ceiling. That's the pinnacle of Disney theming. Pot towers. Jason, go ahead.
Winnie the Pooh, they
Medical
are.
marijuana
You know,
is now
um,
kind of pot tower.
Here's
Time for Michelle to go home.
Here's the real problem. is
John
that
Morgan for governor.
I'm trying to get
She's trying to get
dismissed.
thrown out.
Come on.
Sci-Fi does not consistently have 3 meals a day.
Wow.
Shut up. Make a
Really?
logical choice,
Neither
please.
does Boma.
Neither does Boma.
The final.
Shh. Neither does Boma, so I can't base it on that. So I have to base it on how good the food is. Because
I
at
hate that.
Boma, I could bring my iPad and watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, and I can actually watch the good episodes as opposed to the ones they play at Sci-Fi.
Goose baby?
As
Boma
much
is
as
your
I like
choice.
the atmosphere at Sci-Fi, I would personally rather eat at Boma almost every time.
2-1 for Boma.
2-1. Only 2 people have gone.
No,
Yeah, what's 1-1?
She's
Threw
just counting
himself in
herself a
there.
while.
Hey, 1-1.
no. Well,
Jeez.
it was a commentary. I thought it was a vote.
David.
I have to agree a lot with what Jason said.
See, I knew he was going Boma.
There you go. And mainly because Jason's sister said I should.
I don't think she's still up.
Marcy.
now it's 2-1.
Marcy.
Hold on a second. I'm making a pros and cons list.
Or so you normally vote against David. So
Perfect time for
is
Not
that.
that going your
always.
pro or your con?
Okay. So Sci-Fi actually has more pros than Boma because as much as I love Boma, I really
the kids
do
are
hate
preoccupied, and she doesn't
No,
have to watch
well,
them.
that also, but no, that also, but
I
should
know
just
I've
send
been
the kids
there.
up- I just send my kids up to the buffet by themselves.
they do
Nick
go to
the
the
creepers in
like
the corner.
buffet.
Wonder why their hands are
You
covered
got
in
it.
macaroni and cheese.
Is that a euphemism?
So gross.
Stop
Wow.
it. Stop it. I hate all of you. This will never air.
Oh my god.
Already airing.
Say, are we live?
Yeah,
They let us
we're
on FM
on
radio
radio.
somehow.
Golden churro showers.
Golden churro shower, but I draw the line at what Josh just said.
What?
No,
Is that a
thank-
euph-
What? So what, Marcy? Marcy, what's going on? What are you doing?
I'm doing sci-fi.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Did you
2 to
finish
2.
your pros and cons? Because everyone's just yelling.
2
Yes.
to 2.
Okay, fine. Jason,
I'm going to vote for Boma and hope it counts twice.
2 to 2. Only
No,
Three
wait.
pe-
Jason already voted.
Jason already went. Oh, he did. Never mind. It's late. Post show coming up.
Yep, me, you, and Josh.
Criminies.
Me, you, and Josh, Tom.
Ooh. Nick, go ahead.
Look, all right. So you know I'm a Run Disney person.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Why are you opening with that?
Yeah, how that plays, I don't know.
Well, I
So-
like the power
So
salad.
I like
Sci-Fi.
whatever the douchiest.
I like to
restaurant
pay
is.
$42 and not have to feel the pressure of actually eating anything.
This is disintegrated
We've
so
lost
quickly.
control.
It has.
Tom, you've
There's
lost
no way we should go to overtime ever again.
No.
The sauteed kale. It's
I don't think you get pasta at either one of those restaurants, Nick.
Nick,
Oh,
Nick, you
Jesus
run
Christ.
you run for medals that don't mean
Too busy
anything. So
crying
where do you
right
eat?
now.
Look, so I do the race, and where do I make my reservations after a tough marathon or maybe a half marathon?
To get a photo session with all your medals.
Yes,
I'm still not caring about anything
I-
you're saying.
I of course make my reservation at Boma because it has a ton of good food that I just shovel in my mouth
That's
after
a really weird way to get there. You just
It
went,
is, but that's the place we always eat after the marathon.
Love it.
And it's a very good place. It's a place it's such good food, such good flavors. I like the buffets, and I like good buffets. And this is a really, really, really good buffet. And I like it. Just it's Sci-Fi's atmosphere is great, and it's a good experience. And I said that in the last round. But food wins out here, and I just get such a good experience eating at the buffet at Boma. It's my favorite buffet like I've ever eaten at in my life, and so I'm picking Boma.
Josh.
Sci-fi.
Woo.
Why?
Well, I ran my first half marathon this past January. It was like probably my second proudest
All right,
achievement,
all right.
other than the birth of my first child.
You will never eat at royal table.
You know, somebody in the chat actually made a good point that
I sincerely doubt that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Wow.
What was the point?
We
the
love
point
you.
was that if you don't go to Sci-Fi with a party of 6, you could have complete strangers in the back seat of the car.
Hitchhikers.
That's kind of creepy.
But you're not
Especially
facing
if it
them,
would
so
be
it doesn't
Nick.
Yeah,
matter.
no, they're just behind you. It's
It
not like
still would be creepy if it was Nick.
I mean, the tables are so tight in Boma anyway. It's like you're eating with strangers. regardless.
It's like you're eating
But
with
Josh,
Nick.
really, why would you pick Sci-Fi over Boma? Why would you tell someone to go to Sci-Fi over Boma?
You're a Disney food blogger. Can we
I'm a
just
Disney food blogger. Sci-fi.
All right, fine.
3-3.
Oh, do I get to decide?
Three.
Well, someone could call in, obviously.
Yeah.
This is tough. I like both of these a lot, but this wouldn't have been my choice over a lot of other things that have already been eliminated.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick Sci-Fi.
What?
Wow.
Sci-Fi's theme
Wow.
over Boma. Boma doesn't have a theme. Boma has better food. There's no theme. It's pots. There's towers of pots. There's no animals right outside the window.
All right,
It's not as good as Sanaa theming
you
wise.
can keep talking in a second. Let me just set this up. So Sci-Fi 4-3 over Boma. People can obviously change that very easily. 407-774-8255. I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock right now. We're giving people 5 minutes. We could talk, but then we'll discuss a winner at the end of this. So here we
People
go.
in the chat are so mad.
He has no idea if you're on the list, by the way. No idea.
you just made the
There's
list.
no,
He does.
they're
He
not
has the list
checking.
next
There's
to
no
him.
checking.
It's actually a really good system. As Jason updates that the board there, it actually updates the numbers automatically. Really good.
No way.
Sci-Fi
Is Boma that good?
Sci-Fi is so well themed, and it's just such a fun place compared to
Fried
Boma.
pickles.
Boma's good, but I think you all love that juice too much. It's a real solid
Juice
breakfast.
is
It's
good.
very good. It's a very good dinner. It's
All right.
very good, but I'm going Sci-Fi.
Did Tammy just call?
Hey, we got to vote for Boma.
Is that Tammy on the phone?
No.
That's not Tammy.
Because here's the thing. So if Sci-Fi wins, Tammy and Michael are tied for the lead.
Yeah.
If Boma wins, then Tammy drops to like 4th place.
Well, the other thing is with this competition, we made sure people actually are present. You can't win if you're not present. So people will have to call in to verify their top 8 spots at the end of this program.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, because if you can't just register and just never show up.
We're getting a
and
lot
just
of
win
non-registered
prizes.
callers.
Just call in.
Add up.
That's what they're doing, and Nick
As
is
long
hanging
as
up on
it's
them.
for Sci-Fi. Otherwise,
So
we
wait,
check.
so that first we got a call for Boma.
I mean,
which
someone in
puts
the chat made a
Boma-
valid point. Tom, if someone came up to you and said Sci-Fi is the best restaurant on Disney property, you would absolutely bury them. I would, but we got to this point where it's Boma versus Sci-Fi. And I'm not picking Boma.
No.
Oh, another unregistered voter.
Because they have 3 good
This
soups.
cup predicted it.
It's
kinda
5 good
scary.
soups.
WDWNT.
There's a bunch of calls coming in, so who knows
There's a
what's
bunch
about
of
that.
calls, and they're all
So,
being
I mean, I
used.
will say, yes, their soups are great. Their meat station, they have a great selection of meats. They have unique items on the buffet that you don't get anywhere else. They have zebra domes, which is, certainly Jason's happy about.
So
that.
does the Mara.
What are zebra domes, by the way?
Yeah, but you have to pay for them individually.
You can't eat 400 of them.
Is it dessert
Exactly.
or is
Order
it
runs
food?
out.
So, hey, I just
Don't
want
go
to
to
say,
Boma for the desserts.
can I, real quick, guys, I just want to say, I appreciate it. So we have some listeners out there on AM 660, 1520 that are listening to us. So kind of for the first time tonight, listening to this, calling in. I'm very sorry, but we did have like a pre-registration for this contest if you wanted to vote in the contest. But we do appreciate you listening tonight. But your vote, unfortunately, we can't count it in the tournament tonight.
Are we doing a chat
Thank you
vote?
for calling.
Those people who are registered, you have about 2 minutes left. 407
There is a chat vote for this round. yeah.
8255 if you want
do it in all
to
caps.
change this. But that said, we do have a vote for Sci-Fi, switching it back over Boma.
By 1 vote still?
Yep,
Was that
one
Tammy,
vote.
by the way?
No, Tammy has not called us yet.
Maybe Tammy already used her vote. I don't know.
Let me
Let's go
just
back
say
to
this
watch.
about Boma too, is the last time we went, which was actually very recent, the place was packed. It was absolutely packed. It was very hard to enjoy your meal because there were people sitting like 3 inches from you at the next table. The line was always long. And I know that they try to do
Did
like
you
the
say it was
station.
very hard to enjoy your meal?
Yes.
And you voted for Boma.
No, I didn't. I voted for
Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi.
All right, done.
There we go.
Shut off the phone.
Marcy and
Sci-Fi.
Josh finally agreed.
So, by the way, the other reason, just to clarify, the other reason we do the registration is because those people who registered have 4 teams in this race and can win prizes from Theme Park Connection. And
Just call
there
in
you go.
more.
Are we ready to call this?
Nope, we got 30 seconds left.
I have the chat vote. Oh, Nick's taking a call. I'm going to hold off on the chat vote. Nick is making sure the person is registered. Let's see what's happening here. He said we got 30 seconds left, so you got to get those calls in now. 407-774-8255 now, or forever hold your peace.
Yes.
If you're in the, we're going to announce the top 8 at the end. So if you want to claim your prize, you got to stick around. Nick,
Are you
what do we
sure
got?
you wrote that?
That's been the rule since last year.
Well, I understand
That's
that.
why all these people are still watching.
Oh, I see.
Nick, right? That is in the rules, is it not?
Maybe. I don't know.
I hope so.
You should read.
It
Well,
was
they're-
last year.
They're not getting a prize if they didn't tune in live. So anyway,
Yeah. All right. Do you want me to? We got one in the chat.
give
One
me the
here. You
update.
already-
I have the chat
All right,
vote,
here we
but go
go.
ahead.
Why don't you give us the chat vote now? Because
Nick,
then
Nick, you want me to do that now?
Which you want first?
the chat, we can't blame the chat.
52025 voted for Boma.
Okay.
Nate, 52025, you won a prize from Theme Park Connection. Please email Nick at WDWNT.com.
So Boma up by 1.
Yep.
So now Boma's up by 1.
All right, the call-in votes are closed, but we do have one left.
Oh boy.
This is it. This is for the win.
What is the current score?
It's the current score is 5-4. So actually, whichever
No,
one,
it's 7 to 6.
7-6, Boma.
All right, sorry, 7-6.
Boma.
And
So
who is
whichever
who
this
is on the
call
line?
is the winner.
Yep.
Who's on the line?
The name is Guy. Guy Incognito. No, just kidding. It's a Simpsons joke. All right, you ready? This will decide it. Whoever Guy voted for decides who wins. The vote is for Sci-Fi.
That means that the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater Restaurant is the 2017 March Madness winner here on WDW News Tonight.
That's it.
That's crazy.
All right. So now we have to announce the 8 winners, and you will have to call in to claim your prize or Nick to verify. Yep.
I'm
There's
not
still a
even
lot of
sticking
people
around for
watching,
that.
so they obviously all stuck around, and thank you all for sticking around. Nick, Jason, do we have the 8? Can we start with the 8th place?
We can. Hang on, let me count to make sure I've got it right.
We're going to
Chat would like
verify.
to know how, because that's how March Madness works.
Upsets happen.
That was amazing. Sci-Fi is the greatest restaurant at
It's
Walt
like
Disney
when I
World.
picked this cup today.
You must have known.
It's completely predetermined.
Oh, cool. We do have 8, don't we, Jason?
No, actually, the 8th. There's a tie for the 8th. There's like 8 other people with
fine,
13
they win.
votes. Oh, they will all win too.
So that's
Oh,
16.
I'm one off.
Are there a bunch of people tied for 8th place?
There would be
Yeah, there
16
is.
prizes given out, Tom. We good with that? I think we're good with that. We're good with that.
Yeah, I don't think everyone's going to claim it, so let's do that.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
so
8th
here's
place,
the
you at least
leaderboard.
get a little something if you're still watching. And,
You know what? I'm just going to go down to like the end of the 13s because if any of
Yeah.
these people call
Yeah.
in to claim, then they can go to bed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there you go. There's the top list. So the grand total with 16 points was Tammy. Now what's interesting is Tammy didn't actually have Boma or Sci-Fi
Wow.
as one of her 4, but Michael had Boma. So if Boma
There was a
would
tie
have
for
won-
first place.
If Boma
Oh.
would have won, Michael would have been in first place.
Wow.
So right now, Tammy and Michael are both tied for first place, and they'll both get the top prize package. We've got Claire and Daniel.
Well, no,
with 15.
that eliminates those 8 people at the end then.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
If 2 people are tied for first, the next place is 3rd place.
Right, I understand that.
Yeah.
No, we're
It
still
doesn't
good,
matter.
Tom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how you guys figured it out. Just making
Look,
sure.
I'll put
Thank you,
numbers
Tom.
here, okay?
Just making
First,
sure. I don't know.
Tom,
First.
Jason went to MIT.
Third,
That's great.
Third.
Go to UCF. Go Knights.
Are you
Fair.
really doing that? Oh, okay, there you go.
This is what Tom wants to do, right?
I want the official placement. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Everyone shut
So
up.
Claire and Daniel both have 15 points. Jody and Diane and Christy all have 14. And then there's a whole bunch of people in 8th place with 13 points. And that's where things stand right there. You can see it on the screen.
So if you won, please call in right now, 407-774-8255. If not, if you are a WIGS member on Patreon, we have a post show.
And I'm just saying this to on AM 660, The Answer on 105.5 FM, and on 1520 WBZW. You will return in the middle of, wow, did we really go a full hour?
We sure did.
Yeah.
You will return
Remember how
at
we
the
weren't
very,
going to do that?
at the very
Yep.
end of
Good job, everybody.
the currently running program. Wow.
Thank you, everybody. March Madness was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll do it again next year. And with that, remember, kids, lay off the churros, will you?
Thank you.